Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good whatever time it is in your location. Hopefully you can hear me and you can see me and everything is working good. I hope you all having a good day, good night, or good whatever. So thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. The more you like, the more people will join the show. 3 o'clock in the morning. Just wanted to give you the voice so you can express yourself. That's why I'm here for. And feel free to join us if you have time to do so. So much appreciated if we can get to 100 likes. It will be wonderful. Okay, people, so we have so many topics in the Chelsea and the world of football, not only Chelsea. We talk football here, so we have so many topics like Lewandowski, Dybala, Martinez, Zinchenko. So much going on in the world of football, so anybody, any fan from any team, please feel free to come here, join us, and let your voice heard. That's what we do here. The channel is for the people and by the people. Broja will go on loan if Thomas Tuchel wants him to stay. What that even means. Lazaro said that Broja is good, but over ambitious as well. There is nothing wrong by being over-ambitious. This is the same people who will tell you Cristiano Ronaldo is having a attitude because he want to win and he want to play every single game. He is greedy and that's why he is the GOAT. And the same people who will make some theories when it comes to Chelsea Academy. I don't see anything wrong in life when you are over ambitious. You feel confident about yourself. You want to win every single game. You want to play every single game. And some people are holding you back because of your age or your nationality, your passport. So you have to think again. I don't know how old are you, but just think about it, that you are from college and you feel ready, intelligent and ambitious and ready to work, and you go look for a job and somebody like 55 years old telling you that you are not good enough, you need experience, blah, blah. You are like, brother, listen, I am ready. Okay, I can do this. Just give me a chance. How do you expect me to have experience if you don't give me a chance? But I'm sick and tired of this kind of copy-paste kind of reaction without any kind of context behind it. It's just because somebody else said it, we have to copy and paste without even thinking outside the box. I hope that you just come out of nowhere from heaven and 25 years old already and already bought a house and a car and married and all, like you never had any process in your life. This kind of people just make me sick, to be honest with you. Okay, people, Timber the Sailor. I guess it's not too early for popcorn. What even that means. Good morning to you, Mr. Ike. Softy. What about Kounde? Yeah, we're gonna talk about Kounde and other topics. I'm discovering many things now with you guys. It's 3 o'clock here in the morning. It's just sacrifice for the community because I have something to say and I have to do something. Thank you, Mr. Faisal Jibril from Kuwait. Karma, please, Broja should be on loan, not selling him. Learn from the Bruyne case, blah, 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 blah. I think he's not... loan is not good for him right now. He need to play man football. When you go on loan, you are not the same. What people don't understand. Okay? You go on loan, people don't really develop you. Only few coaches, few managers like Patrick Vieira or somebody is going to give you enough playing time. You go on loan just to do the job, to help that team, because they are paying you money just to do a job. They don't really develop people on loan. Few of them will be developed. The rest of them are there to do the job. Ampadu, how many loans? He went to Germany, Leipzig. He went to many other countries, Italy, and even in England. For what? Just to help them do something. There's nothing to do with developing. And he's going to be on the bench and people say, oh, because you are bad, that's why you are on the bench. Loan is a different story, and people making theories without any context. Harry Kane went to Norwich City. He was on the bench all the time. He had to be recalled from loan because he wasn't getting in the team of Norwich City. Are you gonna tell me that he was bad? That's why he couldn't make it? People don't understand. If you never played football before, you don't know how the business behind the loan works. You're gonna just copy and paste those online geniuses who come up with fake theories. That's what you do. So, oh, you are not good enough, that's why you are on the bench. It doesn't work that way. And you can even do very good. Let me give you an example of like the Galactico at Real Madrid. Michael Owen and, you know, the team full of Zinedine Zidane, Makelele, Michael Owen, like tons of them. So are you going to tell me that Owen or Kaka or Raul Gonzalez wasn't good enough? That's why he was on the bench. So people just talk for the sake of talking. But in reality, they don't really understand how the world of loans work, or how certain players can just be on the bench because the manager don't rate you. If you don't rate me, doesn't mean that I am bad. If Tammy Abraham is on the bench or he was sold, it's not just because Lukaku was the missing piece at Chelsea Football Club. There are many elements in this world of football that people don't understand, and they just jump to the black or white kind of reaction. But there are some other colors in between instead of being black and white all the time. But, you know, it is what it is. So, let me... Hussein, nice to see you, my brother. So, if you want to call, you can do it now. Nice to see you here. Like, I don't know what time is in your location, but it must be like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning in Canada. So yeah, please. Okay, so people, thank you so much. So many people already joining this time of the day or whatever it is. Much appreciated. We are over 100 people watching now. If we can have 100 likes, it's gonna help more people to join us. And feel free to join here and have your say. I am here up this time because of you. Otherwise I'll be sleeping now and dreaming something. So we have let me see, we have Kepa Arisabalaga's brother.
Yes, wake up, Augs. Wake up. Have that coffee. Sound more awake. Come on.
Yeah, I won't even have coffee now because I have to go back to sleep. So I can't have coffee.
Gonna go back?
Yeah, I will go back when this is done. I'm gonna have to take some rest. So yeah, nice to see you here. And Hussein, my brother, what's going on?
Yo, GFC 24/7 people, always
24/7
available.
Always available 24/7. That's right. So yeah, the floor is yours, guys. Just go there. I am just here for you guys. Bring whatever topic you want, and we can go from there.
Yeah, I think we should discuss the our first friendly of the preseason.
Okay, good.
So my thoughts on that game are that we should move on from this 6-6, and we need more than a forward. We need a defensive mid. We have to go 3 in the midfield and back 4, because if you see all the great teams in the world, they don't play a back 5 or a back 3.
Okay.
You know, for one season, back 3, back 5 works, but if we want to dominate football, every great team is playing 4-3-3, and I think this 6-6 will not work for Chelsea.
Yeah, good point. But it looks like the boss wanna continue with 3 at the back. That's the way I see it, because even the academy, because actually the academy / development squad, they also had a game because they had to give some time to N'Golo Kante and Ruben and all the boys that stayed in London for one reason or another, and they played also 3 at the back. So the philosophy from the academy most of the time is the same in the first team. So I'm suspecting that he's going 3 at the back. Kimpembe also does good 3 at the back. And recently he said something about Thiago Silva, like 3 at the back suit him better because he doesn't have the speed anymore. So I don't know. Matt, what do you think about that?
Yeah, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Like even our forwards, when you have a attacker like Kai Havertz, or even if you see Benzema play, they play best when there's a midfielder running beyond them and they can link up with them. When you play a 6-6, there's no one having runs from deep. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been complaining about this for years, but I've been called that like I have certain agenda because the manager is always right. You can't question anything. You have just to be a yes man, what he decide. But that is the truth, right there. That is the truth. I mean, I can't say anything. Matt, what do you think?
You know, 3 at the back, I've always loved playing 3 at the back. You know, I think Conte really, you know, inspired me to love 3 at the back. When Tuchel came in and implemented it, I was very, very happy. But we look at our team right now. We look at Tuchel wants 3 defenders, right? Koulibaly, Kounde, Kimpembe. Let's say that for now. Then we've got James and Chua. The back 3 really helps the defense. It helps majority of the players. The only place it doesn't help is the attack. It does very well for our midfield. Our midfield do very well in it. Our backline do very well in it, and our wingbacks do very well in it. Somehow our attack cannot adjust to the system of the form, just because they've been used to playing, you know, as more out-wider players. When we play 3 up front, we go more inverted. We play more in the central position. I agree to the point that our midfield doesn't really back up our attack, but when we play a Jorginho Kovacic, we see a more structured realm where we can see Kovacic plays an 8 and Jorginho plays as a 6. So it's technically switching to a 4-3-3 when we have that positioning, you know, because Kovacic will push up, Jorginho will sit back. When we have a Kante or Kovacic, those guys are all over the place. They kind of all switch in positions. So when you have a defensive midfielder like Jorginho, it gives us an opportunity to be a structural position. Even having Ampadu in the team, having a defensive midfielder will make our midfield more structural to then allow our midfield, as Hussein said, to press and give support to the attack. And I think Kovacic isn't the ideal 8. He is more of a box to box, I would say. He's not the biggest creating guy. He's more, all right, I'm going to bring the ball from the back to the front for then someone else to create. He does a very important role, but it's like it's not as much needed in our role. He's still a great player, but I don't think he's the ideal 8. Bringing in someone like a Savic who can create as well in the midfield would be more ideal, but it's not looking like we're going to change that formation. But Coach still does that role very, very well. And the game as well.
Let me break some news here, if I can even call it a breaking news. There is a Marina replacement, I guess so. Chelsea just appointed President of Business. That is the title that the Chelsea official Twitter account say. Chelsea Football Club appoint President of Business. So I'm gonna have to read it on the website and all the details, but we don't have time for that. But I'm suspecting that this guy is gonna take care of our sponsors and business money, right? Probably he will be dealing with let's say transfer negotiation, not necessarily like the director of football, but in money side of, the director of football is there to find those players from somewhere, and him probably to negotiate and make the deal happen or not. So I'm suspecting here that role, but
well, it says the role on the first sentence where it says he manages global commercial strategy, revenue growth, fan engagement, and creating experiences for the club fans. So I'm not sure if he's... I don't know. Is he the transfer guy? I don't know.
Yeah, business. Because business... I'm gonna read that because I can't jump to the website now. I'm just reading the tweet, but you have more details. So thank you so much. But yeah, he's he's gonna take care of the growth, the brand, the Chelsea brand growth, kind of. The way
like marketing and all that stuff.
Yeah, creating some new experience and some digital, and expect this also to put some take some more money from our pocket, because the way they created some fan experience in with Dodgers and all that, it's just like good growing the brand, but that means also that you pay even more money to certain things that you find cool. But that is another topic. Okay, go on, Matt. So you wanted to talk also about the game, right? After talking about the 6 thing,
I already explained it kind of yesterday. I was talking about it for pretty much 45 minutes, but just quickly, I just said the game, friendly, not really looking at results, not really looking at too much in the performances. We kept a clean sheet, like usual. The Azpilicueta was a bit, suspicious right there, but I think we all know his time's up. That's why we've seen the rivals. Oh, why isn't this being talked about enough? Blah blah blah. We already know Azpilicueta's on his way out. We're not here to be kind of concerned. Reece James as well. It's just a mistake. It's nothing to be looked at like, oh my god, we're gonna fail. Blah blah blah. It's nothing serious. I can't people even over exaggerating about that. But overall, good game, and I said it a week before the game, and I think it's concluding to be right that Ampadu will have a spot in our first team squad. I really think he has the what it takes to be a ball progressing player in our team to be a backup for Jorginho. So I would really want to see Ampadu as a backup for Jorginho. Also, if we ever need him, he can be the 7th backup choice for the centre backs.
Yeah, that is a good point. Ampadu is versatile. He can play as a centre back. He's taller than your brother Kounde, and that
a little bit higher.
He's taller than Kounde. So yeah, good point. So what do you think about Ampadu, Hussein? Are you still there?
Yeah, I really rate him. I think because the kind of player he is, he needs a good coach. Sometimes these loan spells, they don't really work out, and unless they are coached by unless they are coached by a world-class coach, some players just don't shine.
We need to start doing some coaching at Chelsea Football Club. The management side of it is good from Thomas Tuchel. Don't get me wrong, because people are gonna say you have an agenda, because you don't mention anything negative. Like constructive critics is just called agendas or whatever it is. But we have also to see the coaching side of our manager, because we saw what Ancelotti even did with Vinicius Junior for only 1 year. That guy was just awful, running all over the pitch, dribbling, enjoying football too much. Ancelotti came and said, you know what, hey, do this, do that, and do this. Look at him, just 1 year under Ancelotti, he's in another level. But when Karim Hudson-Odoi got on the field, playing as a wing back, and then make one mistake, after 10 minutes he's out. It's just what kind of message you're gonna send. Like sometimes you are responsible of really telling players and developing them and giving them one role and telling them to get good in that role. But in here it's like, okay, you are bad or you are good. We can't coach you. You just get out and we get somebody else. So the coaching side of Thomas Tuchel need to show up right now, and also patient. To be a manager, be a coach, sometimes you have to be patient with naive kids, arrogant kids, and bring them back to on earth, and just preach them that slow down. I'm gonna give you playing time, not only in league games in February, because even himself said that you won't learn from the bench. In his interview yesterday, he said it, that there is a huge difference between training and actually playing a game. That is from his own mouth. Yesterday I have the interview on my channel. But certain people would tell you that, okay, you sit on the bench and you learn from the bench and your time will come. Like, I just want to see us to go through a rotation, like proper rotation, not only in league games or not only when we are struggling in December with injuries. The proper rotation need to be when everything is working great for us and we are trying new things at the same time, incorporating new players here and there. And that is a proper rotation. It's going to keep everybody happy, healthy, and you can get better result. But at Chelsea Football Club, is always when we are in crisis, Chile is out, James is out, such and such out, and then we rush somebody that never even played with the team in a real game. And then when that person makes a mistake, we blame everything on him. Because what? Because there is no a proper rotation the way it's supposed to be. But
so are you saying we should use our academy as rotational players?
Not everybody. You're not gonna use 11 academy. Few of them deserve already to make a case there. Like you just say Ampadu. If we have to Ampadu to help Jorginho, it's not only when Jorginho is dead or he's broken all his legs, is when Jorginho is on top there killing it. And one game, give Ampadu a serious game, a serious challenge in the Premier League where he can do it. If he doesn't do it, probably he will do it next time. That's what I'm asking for. Not only about academy, but about even everybody from the bench. It's like the proper rotation need to be. Even if you bring, let's say, Kounde or whatever, and we're not going to play them, all of them, the same time. But the proper rotation is giving them real games when everything is working good. I'm not talking only about academy, if that makes sense.
And I'll say this with the academy, though, and I think we agree at the point where I would only use the academy when it's needed and when it's not wanted. Only when we need them. Example, Colwill. I won't use Colwill this season because he's not needed. So let him progress, and then when we need him, we would bring him back. Or if he does, great at another club. Gallagher did a fantastic at another club, so he deserves a spot back in the team. Ampadu, he didn't do the best loan spell, but we're not wanting him. We need him in the squad. Same with Broja. Broja's great, but he's not at the level yet. But he's not a want, he's a need. So this is what we got to use with the academy. We've got to start thinking out of the spectrum that it's not about our wants with the academy, it's about our needs. We need the academy to fill in spots. Academy shouldn't be coming in and block transfers from coming. We should still be signing 3 centre-backs despite having a Colwill. We should still be signing a Klaus or a Borna Sosa. Doesn't matter if we have academy. The players that we sign come first, and the academy comes when they've proven themselves or when we need them.
Okay, that is your point of view, and we have to respect that. Herbert, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're breaking a little bit, bro.
Yeah, I'm there.
Probably your AC is still working, but yeah. What do you have to say this morning, bro?
Yeah, I mean, you guys were speaking about academy.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were talking about academy, and
yeah.
when you signed this academy player from Arsenal, like Omar Hutchinson, recently.
We have some hard time to hear you, brother.
No, I'm saying like you signed this recent academy player from Arsenal, didn't you? Like,
oh yeah,
Hutchinson.
that is another topic. I don't see him having playing time anytime soon at Chelsea. That is for the academy.
No, that's okay. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to play, but I was just mentioning him because, I mean, he is from the Arsenal academy and he is like a Chelsea fan, right? I mean, so I was seeing his Twitter filled up with Arsenal fans, throwing abuses at him. So what he had to do, he announced that he's joining Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So he got lots of abuses in his Twitter comments and everything. So he had to delete his post,
mm-hmm.
and then he had to repost it again.
Okay.
Then, the abuses were still continuing.
Okay.
And then he had to, turn off the replies.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, by the way, that kid was at Chelsea first. He started at Chelsea. We have pictures when he was a kid with other academy product, and then he was released, and then he's back. He went to Arsenal and he's back again. So I don't see why they should abuse him, because he's just coming back home. That kid, I forget even his name, but that the way it is. So what is going on your world of Manchester?
I mean, I think we are going to announce Martinez today.
Yeah, Martinez is gonna be announced today. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't know if you saw it or not. Yesterday, De Jong liked the Instagram post, which was saying basically Barcelona have treated him very badly.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to unlike that post after their PR team reached to him. So
okay.
I don't think he's and then there was a picture of him and Memphis basically, indirectly taking digs at Barcelona by, smiling at some. I don't know, they were doing something. I didn't get the whole part of it, but they were, because Memphis is leaving as well. I think he's going to Ajax. Probably he's going to Ajax, and then basically they don't want to be on the tour to America. I think they're also going to America.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's the De Jong situation, and then I don't think we are going to be doing any business for at least 2 or 3 weeks, because De Jong is on a plane to America, and we have just announced we are going to announce Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
So they need time to fill in. Basically, this gap is there. So they will be trying to fill in with the kit launch and all that kind of, unrelated to football stuff. And yesterday, Ronaldo probably said he's not going to Sporting. There was another Instagram post which said that he's agreed deals to sign on loan with Sporting, but he replied on that and said it's fake.
Oh yeah.
So he has no option essentially. Where is he going unless he's going to? I don't know.
I don't see him signing for Sporting at the moment, and I think he's gonna play just Europa League. He needs just to be humble and come back and play. Come back to United.
If Lewandowski goes to Barcelona, I think Ronaldo has a chance at Bayern.
For Lewandowski, yeah, good point. But Oliver Kahn.
No, but the manager and the sporting director have said that they are not looking at it.
They've been repeating it publicly. I've never seen something like that. Publicly, they come and say it in front of the camera. For Thomas Tuchel, when he said no, it was more in the background, like he never like said it, but people kind of reported on it. But for Bayern, they just come out and say, no, this is not our philosophy. We respect the man, but it's just not our philosophy. That is not what we do here. So I don't know. They might change.
They can't even pay Lewandowski. Yeah, they can't even pay Lewandowski's wages. How are they going to pay Ronaldo's wages, even if he takes a pay cut?
Yeah, if Ronaldo can take a pay cut just for the Champions League and some more trophies, he needs to take a huge pay cut and go there. Other than that, it's not gonna work. I don't see him really joining Bayern Munich, so he might have to stay and learn how to sing the Europa League song.
Because no one wants him. No one wants him. I would take him at Chelsea. I would take him at Chelsea, even though I don't particularly like the player. But I would take him at Chelsea. But it's funny to me because no one wants him. Sporting, into Bayern, because Lewandowski's officially joined Barcelona. Like, obviously, we know that the announcement was this morning, last night for everyone. So maybe we could see a domino effect, but I agree always. I don't think he leaves. I think he stays at United this season.
Yeah.
What's that saying? You either you die a hero or you live long enough to become the enemy. That's what has happened with Ronaldo.
I think he just realized that he's not the Ronaldo of 5 years ago, because can you imagine 5 years ago Ronaldo really begging and looking for a club in the Champions League?
But any club would take Messi.
This is a transfer window that Gabriel Jesus has gone. Messi can play multiple positions as well. Ronaldo can't. That's the one.
Messi.
Would you take Messi at Chelsea? I wouldn't. His last season was very underwhelming.
Yeah, he didn't want to play in the French league though. He did good in the Champions League.
I'm a Messi fan, but I would rather take Ronaldo at Chelsea right now because Ronaldo has a higher work rate.
Really?
I wouldn't take any of those. Stay away from
Ronaldo still wants to win a last Ballon d'Or. He's made it very clear. He still wants to win trophies. Messi's kind of like, I've done it all. Sit back and watch. Try to win a World Cup. That's kind of easy. Try to win a World Cup. Try to win Argentina trophy. So he takes a light in the French league and then goes and tries to kill it for Argentina. Because you can see the difference if you watch Messi. Him in Argentina, he plays like prime Barcelona, but he play in PSG is garbage.
That's right. Even Neymar Jr. when he plays for Brazil and it's different Neymar than when he plays for PSG. I understand that, but Messi will bring less issues, if that makes sense. Like, he doesn't have that big ego like Ronaldo is all about him. Look at Messi when he went to PSG. He just, Neymar was like, okay, take number 10. He was like, no, I'm going to my old number 30 is not a problem for me. And he is even laying on the floor when people are taking free kicks. But we all know that Messi is a free kick king, and he will lay even on the floor to try for the team. Free kicks, he's not taking them much. He's not even taking penalties. The other day I was watching a game behind closed doors, of course, but I watched it because he had to pay some money and watch it from the PSG official website. And the penalty, actually, Messi took the ball and gave it to Ramos to take it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's less issues with Messi. He's more humble. But when it comes to somebody like Ronaldo, it's gonna be him. You don't take a free kick. I'm here, I'm the king. Free kicks mine, penalties mine. I don't track, but you have to track, and I have to yell at you when you're not doing anything. But Messi, he loses, he's not gonna yell at people or show some kind of anger in front of people. So in that side of the story, people will probably take Messi at the moment because he doesn't really bring a lot of chaos. But I know what you mean. When it comes to Messi and Ronaldo, you're not gonna convince everybody. People got opinions. So
yeah, I mean, we'll take either or. But there was a comment from Ali Ali Hagen.
Okay, what he said?
Who said Chelsea made a great mistake selling
Tammy Abraham. Oh, let me go back. Okay, so what is?
Never mind. It was just saying he's selling Tomorin Abraham. Please do not put Tammy Abraham in that list. It was a great honor that we sold him. It was.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. That is not even a problem. It's just like Ruben Loftus-Cheek. If we sell him now and somebody say, "Why did we sell him?" You're gonna come back and say the same thing.
Get out of here.
I pretty much knew exactly what you were going to say. But if somebody touches Jorginho, oh my goodness, he's in big trouble.
Jorginho's
don't touch him. But you touch some.
Jorginho is number 1 seed in this season.
Jorginho is the guy.
Basmati's. I'm gonna be smoking a cigar, laughing and crying, laughing at all the Chelsea fans crying. We didn't sign Basmati, and we've still got Jorginho and Kepa wearing a Chelsea shirt. Okay. That's gonna be the best day since first.
Let's wait and see what's gonna happen. So Hussein is back in the house, everybody. So
I had a power outage.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is a problem. Okay, so people, let me read some of the news from Fabrizio here. Paulo Dybala actually is undergoing his medical at Roma. This is strange. You would have thought this guy, everybody else was going to rush to get him, like Manchester United or some big teams in the Champions League, but he's going to Roma because nobody wants him for one reason or another. I don't understand that. So Paulo Dybala, guys, did you ever thought that Chelsea could have profited from this free agent? Have you ever?
I made a joke. I was like, you know what? Sign him, Chelsea. I don't care. Sign anyone for all I care now. Like, if we want to, get more depth in our striker position to cover Havertz, yeah, get him if he's on cheap wages. I don't care. But I don't think we were looking for kind of sloppy seconds. We were trying to go for the best of the best. But if he came, I wouldn't have minded. I think he was very good for Juventus over the years. I remember meeting him in 2015 when he came down here. So I do really like him. But again, if he came. He didn't. It's no fuss. I think he will do well under Mourinho. He'll kind of get back. Now Tammy has competition now. He has great competition there, so maybe we can.
No, they are not the same player. They are gonna complement each other and they're gonna score even more goals. Tammy is
they're both strikers.
Tammy, he's not like a target man kind of Mourinho type of striker. Tammy is. So this guy is gonna help Tammy. They're gonna help each other.
I think my player's a 10 or 4. I don't know. Anyway, it'll be good to see where he does. But Roma. This definitely does strengthen Roma's team. For sure.
Okay, so Hussein, what do you think about Paulo Dybala going to AS Roma?
Yeah, for at Chelsea, it would be like a luxury signing. Once we have everything covered, then go for Dybala. I wouldn't mind that, but if he's our primary striker, we buy this summer. I don't want that. Because I think Tuchel is looking for an out-and-out winger who can also play as a wing-back. That's why he was after Rafinha and Dembele. So, and Dybala wouldn't be happy at our bench as well. So, I don't care he's going to Roma. If he's not coming to Chelsea, I don't care.
All right, so...
breaking news quickly.
Okay.
West Ham, from Fabrizio just tweeted now, West Ham have... got personal terms with Broja, so they've got the personal terms. Now it's up to him, I guess. Now it's up to the club. So, and that flight back possibly means, I think we all thought it was the injury, but could it be that maybe he is going to a West Ham? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like it because he's back. He's back from the tour. He's not gonna continue the tour anymore. He's back in London. So, and that is one of the reasons why he didn't even travel to begin with, because there's no reason why he missed that travel with the team, and then kind of things changed a little bit. and then he joined the team, and now he's back in London. The guy wanna go and play football, and he's not asking for guarantee or anything. It's just people making theories to make it sound like he has bad attitude and he wanted more, and there is no guarantee for games here, blah 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 blah. But listen, every player in the world would like to at least know that he's part of the plan, not one league game here in February and 10 minutes there and 5 minutes here, and you say, oh, he's been given a chance. You give me 5 minutes today, you give me 10 more minutes after 2 months, and you're talking about me playing games. Because what happened with those statistics online is like 10 minutes is considered as a game. Oh, he played 20 games. How many minutes in total? Nobody's gonna tell you. From what position? Nobody is gonna tell you. How many back-to-back games actually you played? Nobody is gonna tell you. So nobody is just telling the truth. They just
well, unfortunately you can't know, but we can't say, oh yeah, you're gonna get 15 games. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be a backup to Kai Havertz. But again, they haven't said that. West Ham are open to a loan, but they want a permanent deal. But I think Chelsea want to get him on loan. So I think it's kind of promoting that, yeah, you're not going to get it full game time here, which he isn't. He's not going to get 90 minutes every single game. But you can't say to him, yeah, you're going to get 5 games here, 2 games there. They don't know. Tuchel doesn't know. But all they're going to say to him is that you're a backup to Kai Havertz. And I don't think he must like that. Same with Colwill. I'm not sure what if what I'm reading is true, that these players want 90 minutes every single game.
No. That is a narrative. Even himself, he knows that he can't be. Oh man, Len, I have to take you off yet because you always have a lot of background. So check on your other windows that are open. I'll put you through back again, but there's a lot of noise that we can't really hear. So
this thing, like if Broja wants full 90 minutes every game, West Ham have Antonio, who's
Antonio, of course. That is a narrative. I don't believe on that, because that's what everybody does. When it comes to academy product, they will tell you, oh, Levi Colwill won't be number one. No, that is just to put it there, just to make it the kid looks like he's greedy or bad, just to make it a narrative going on good. But he never asked that.
Why does Colwill want to leave then? Why does Colwill want to leave?
He doesn't wanna, like when you are buying. It was Ake, it was Kounde, it was that you can't see.
Yeah, we have 6 defenders,
You can't see. You are like the 6th on the list. You're not gonna play. It's clear. Like you're not gonna play any game in front of Koulibaly or other guys, Kounde. So you, as a young player, you see yourself that there is no path here in the development. Just like Tomori back in the day, David Luiz, Lampard got rid of David Luiz to give him a chance. He was like 5th defenders, and he ended up by being number 1. So everybody in the world, including you, Matt, when you finish your scholarship or whatever, or, you play football too. So you want a manager at least to tell you that you're gonna have some kind of games, and not like, oh, we don't know, we don't promise anything to anybody here. It's not like you promise me the number 1 spot. It's just I want to clarify my future to see if I can develop, because there is no way I can develop from the bench. So if I'm gonna have equal chance to fight, because people will tell you, oh, you need to fight for your place. Yeah, okay, no place is given. That is fair enough. But are you giving me the same kind of opportunity to fight with others? How am I going to fight with others just training and watching them from the bench? That's why I said, when it comes to rotation, you have to give those kids some playing time in real games when everything is working good, so you can judge them without pressure, without anything. Give them a real game of football in the Premier League. When Jorginho's still there, put Ampadu, because we already killed the game or something. Today's game, Jorginho, listen, it's not you today, my brother, I understand, but let's try this. It's also good for Jorginho to avoid injuries. It keeps the team healthy, so everybody can be ready when needed. When Jorginho got injured or Kovacic, you know already that this guy been playing real games with the entire team. But when you put him after everybody else is injured. And then he need to learn how to play with other players. Is that make sense?
100%. I think you said it. You said it right though. You said like he needs to learn and develop, which is true. But if you know you're the 7th spot, and you got to figure out, remember he's still 19. Like as I was saying, there's just no rush in this kid. Like there's no rush, and I think he still needs a 1-season loan or something where we keep him in the academy, like we do with Harvey Vale. I don't know if we were discussing it or if we said Harvey Vale. It's best to keep him at the club this season, so that if we play a Carabao Cup game, he can come in for 45 minutes, and develop in the youth. With Colwill, he's 19. He either needs a 33-game season loan so he plays every single game, or academy. He's not ready to come in this team yet.
How do you know that, Matt? Like, it's not a rule. There is no rule in life that if you are 19 or you are from the academy, therefore you have to go through a certain process. If you are good, you are good sometimes, my brother.
100%,
That's the way. That's the way it is.
100%.
But how to show that you are good is when you are given a chance. Yeah, go on.
But he didn't. That's the thing. He didn't really show he was spectacular. I would personally keep.
Oh wow!
I would keep Sarr this season because Sarr again is an average defender. He's not bad, but he's not good. Let Colwill develop one more season and then bring him back next season and kick out Sarr, because
it looks
if we keep Sarr, he's going to be the 7th or 8th choice. So
yes, Hussein, you wanted to say something? Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that everyone forgets that we have Sarr, who's also very young. I think he's like 22, 23.
Yeah, about that age, yeah.
Last season, whenever he came in, he did a decent job and Tuchel trusts him. So if in a game, Tuchel has the option to play Sarr or Colwill, of course he will go for Sarr. So I agree with Matt that he should go out on loan. And it's not like go out on loan, play 33, 34 games, and then we'll see what happens, come back, and we don't want him to rot on the bench.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Phil.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm sleepy. How about yourself?
Yeah, I woke up and
you saw me and you're like, this guy is crazy, right?
Yeah, I was like, what?
I had a very good nap on Sunday because, I didn't do any live stream after 12.
Okay.
I had to take rest a little bit. My people are not around, so I managed to take a very good nap. And then I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, why not go live?
Okay, that's good. Me too. I've been sleeping since 8 p.m. So I woke up around 4 a.m. I said, okay, let me just have some chat with you before start getting ready for work. Well, the topic that you guys are discussing is very interesting, and I feel like I should chime in. So, talking about, giving rotation, you started with rotation and all that good stuff. Rotation is only good when it's good and it's possible when we are able to kill the match on time. When we play, maybe in the first half, we already have 2-3 goals in. And, it will be easy for us to, do some rotation. But when we are just one goal up, and we are
that is good chances, point. Good point.
Yeah, we can't weaken the team while we are still trying to secure our 3 points. And everybody know that Premier League is a game of points. So it will be difficult to remove the player and put in the youth, which is going to weaken the team, because
I agree with you in the sense where that we have to kill the game early. Like we don't score many goals, so if we have killers in front, we can still have time to rotate and put those kids. But I don't agree with you in the sense of every kid is gonna weaken the team. That is kind of mindset, because age for me is just a number.
I know. I'm going to go to another point. I have about 3 points to discuss with you.
Go.
The second point is this. You see, if you look at our team presently now, we have, I took my time to count, we have at least six academy players playing in the first team.
Okay.
I took my time again to look around all the big clubs around the world. They don't have such numbers in their team. They don't.
So is that supposed to be a norm, or you have to copy other teams just because probably they have a crap academy?
I'm not saying it's a norm. I'm just telling you that we have to compare.
So we have so many of them.
We have so many of them that are good, right? We have so
It's
many
like,
of them.
let me just jump to something else, right? There was a... I don't want to say it because it kind of sounds racist, but somebody told me, oh, we have so many black people. So it just reminded me a racial thing that I went through here in Kentucky. Like somebody, oh, we have so many black people moving to the neighborhood, kind of. I'm like, yeah, I heard it. Like, it's just like my neighbor. Okay, I got my money, I buy my house. You don't have to tell me how many black people need to move to your neighborhood, you know? So it's just like a mindset, certain things like, okay, it is so many of them. It's academy, like it's a mindset about academy is a bad thing.
My point that I'm making to you, is that we already have 6. Let's say we had another 4 more. Do you know that we would not be able to challenge in the sense that those academic players, they are in their developing stage. It will get to a time that their heart will not take the 10 matches, 15, 20 matches, big matches. We cannot challenge with all these clubs that are buying. We will be developing them, but we will not be able to challenge for title. Then
what's wrong? Let me just make it clear. What's wrong by having quality players like Gallagher in the team, Mason Mount, Reece James, and you can go. Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
There's anything wrong with that.
What is wrong with that? Like, I don't see it. Why is discriminating
I don't know
here?
who said that.
There is nothing wrong with it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when you have too many developing kids in a team, like a big club, it's going to weaken you against other teams. It is how that's how it is. You always say it's not black and white. I'm going to give you the last point.
Yeah,
I was listening to Haaland father, right?
Yeah.
Haaland father.
Erling Haaland. Yes, let's go.
Haaland, his father was talking about the Haaland development. When the boy was playing in the Sweden league, some big clubs wanted to buy him, but the man said no, he cannot go to big club now because of what? He's going to sit on the bench. You cannot develop playing
from the bench.
You cannot develop playing one game here, one game there, one game there, one game here. You have to play continuously to perfect your trade. Okay. So when you sit on the bench today, you wait for next match to play, you wait for another match to play, you are not developing. You are on the shadow of other people. So you need to be playing continuously, and it is not possible when you bring all these talented players, all of them, into a team that want to win title, and you think they're going to develop by giving them one game here, one game there, one game here, one game there. It's not possible. They need to go to a team that they will play continuously, like Reece James did, Mason Mount did. You have to have that energy.
You have to understand that also Armando Broja being on loan, like he went to Vitesse and he killed it over there. He scored a lot of goals, but for some reason the Dutch league don't count according to many Chelsea fans. And then the second years he tested himself in the Premier League, and he did pretty good. The first part of the season he didn't play. Let me finish. I'm gonna give you time. The second part of the season, the first part of the season he was on the bench as a young player coming on loan and all that. In the second part of the season they just realized that he was that good, and they gave him some chances. And I remember the statistics that you sent me on Twitter was like, oh, he played I don't know, 20 something games, and then he scored 4 goals and all that. And I was asking you back then, like, how many of those games were 5 minutes from the bench? And the reason, and you even talked to me about the reason he didn't play, why he didn't play at the beginning of the season, because he wasn't that good. And I tried to explain to you that on loan, it's not necessarily that you are bad. That's why you've been on the bench. Ampadu was on the bench. Even Billy Gilmore, Harry Kane are people who struggle a lot on loan, because loan don't try to develop you. They need you to do to help lean. We can hear a lot of echoes. They just need you to do a certain work for them, and that's it. Only few managers in the world will take time to give an academy or a loan person especially a young man on loan, that will give you all the games because they have their own kid to develop. So people don't.
Okay, that is the.
So that's what I told you. The 28 games that you put on your statistics, some of them were like 5 games, 5 minutes, but of course it's gonna count as the entire game. And what do you expect a kid to do in 5 minutes when he's on loan? So I try to bring everything here that you're talking about loan, learn from loan, but in the case of Armando Broja, he already have like 2 good years in a very good level on loan, and now probably it's time to save money and not bring the missing piece Lukaku anymore and say, you know what, we don't have any chance when it comes to number 9 at Chelsea Football Club. This kid been scored,
I'm going to give you 2 points and I'm going to drop the line for other people to talk.
Yeah.
You see, everybody have a job to do. Tuchel was hired to do a job. If his job is messed up, he's going to be kicked out. You have to understand that.
That is different. That is different than under Roman. This time we're going for long term.
I want to make a point via that.
Yeah.
You see, presently, if you look at the crop of players that we have in the front row, you see how many chances they are missing, even in the just concluded match.
Yeah, even the last game we saw how Kai Havertz was missing.
That they were missing. Mm-hmm. Imagine those guys, and they are still very young.
Yeah. So why are you so sure that another young man is just gonna miss those games? You never know anything until you try.
Give me a chance to complete that statement. You see, when you have Timo and Kai Havertz missing chances like that, right? It will be difficult for you, to put another developing kid among them, because until you try, like you always say, you would never know. What if, because you already have 2 misfiring strikers, and you are now putting the 3rd one that is trying, that is not developed yet, in the midst.
Brother, like I said, sometime in life you have to try.
Hold on, let me. If the boy did not meet up to standard, you probably fail without no hope.
And that is why we end up by the missing piece, Lukaku, because we think that somebody else from another league is going to do better. That's the problem. The so-called proven players never proven in the Chelsea shirt. We have Lukaku, we have
a lot of people were saying
Higuain and stuff like that, because we didn't give a chance to those kids because probably they are not good enough. But everybody that we brought, we flopped. Why can't we just learn?
When you go on loan, like Gallagher went on loan, he became a regular in that loan, because he's better than the crop of players that they have in the middle.
Like I said, we're gonna just go back to the same example. It depends on the team you going on loan. It depends on the coach over there. Harry Kane couldn't get in the team, but he came back to Tottenham and start destroying us. I remember even him scoring like a hat trick against Chelsea when he came back from loan. Actually, immediately against Chelsea, completely destroyed John Terry.
How old was Harry Kane when he came back on loan? When he came back from the loan?
There we go again. Edge. Hussein, let's listen to somebody else.
What I'm saying is that we have too many of them.
So for you, Mr. Len, you are flip-flopping from the edge academy. You're contradicting yourself. Erling Haaland, what?
I'm making a straight point here. Where you have too many of developing kids.
There we go.
So Len, I want to counter this point. This point. 2 of the greatest club teams, one class of 92 and Pep Guardiola's Barcelona.
Yeah.
Most of the players were academy players.
Of course. Exactly. So
most players were
it doesn't mean that if you promote for him is that okay, there are so many of them, they are kid, the edge is a problem, the academy is a problem, and everything they do is not good enough. We have to buy. But when we buy them, it's okay if you buy. But when you buy them and they always flop, why can't you just save money and try to develop your own proper number 9? That is the case. We had Morata, missing piece. he was missing on the pitch. Lukaku, missing piece, missing on the pitch. Higuain, missing on the pitch. Loic Remy, missing piece, he was missing on the pitch. Falcao, missing on the pitch. What do you have to lose when you give one person? Just try it. How sure are you that all of them are gonna just follow because we are missing chances? You bring another kid, they're gonna miss chances. How do you know that?
Giving Broja a chance is not my own problem. Where our problem is when we trying to sign some defense, we only have 2 senior players in the defense, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, give Ampadu, give Colwill, give this, give that." We have Rhys James, we have Chalobah. Imagine all those lists we put there. Be honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself. Would that stop Real Madrid? Would that stop City? Will those people crop of players stop Liverpool? Be honest. Always be honest.
Yeah, we are honest, but you never know. Nobody is God here. That's the problem. Goalie, you don't let people finish.
It's all about what you have in paper. Be honest. Will that stop Real Madrid?
How do you know that they are not going to stop Real Madrid? Because
because of experience.
Oh, there we go again.
Yeah, but
how do you know that?
Like I said, when Barcelona won 6 trophies in a year, everyone was inexperienced.
They sold Eto'o. They played. They sold Ronaldinho. They sold everybody. Guardiola came with the academy because he was a coach of academy. Promoted like 11 academy product. Kill it. The best team in the world. Manchester United, the greatest team. Also come the school or class of 92 or something. Complete. I understand that, but you tend just to make a point that you can't win anything if somebody is young. If it's from the academy, it's too much of them.
It will be difficult to challenge. It is difficult
to challenge. But how many times did we challenge the last 5 years?
La Masia is closed. Is La Masia closed? La Masia, is it closed? Barcelona Academy, are they closed now? They are not closed, but they buy old players to come and play. Do you think they close? They still have a lot of young players playing, but they're going around buying old dead wood that we so-called dead wood. There's a reason for that.
That's why they are bankrupt right now. They can't even.
Last 2 seasons, where are they?
They are bankrupt because of
the challenge. Mm-hmm. Because they have all these kids and Sufati, all those.
And how many titles did they win after buying like Dembele and Coutinho and all the deadwood that you just said? How many titles they won?
Bad signing is not about bad. It's not about buying. They had a bad signing. People that does not fit their agenda. That is what they bought. They bought Dembele. Dembele never fit Barcelona type of play.
Listen, this is a never-ending debate because we have mindset. Me, I keep an open mind. I'm not saying promote everybody. I'm saying about giving an opportunity and opening the door to everybody to try to show what they can do, because nobody is God. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Just because you are young, it doesn't mean that you can't cope with such and such. Those are just theories and narratives based on our own mindset and our own likes and dislikes. Has nothing to do with football.
That means we are making the same point. You are not saying that they should give all the player opportunity, but at the same time you want them to give some player opportunity. I'm saying to you, presently we have 6. If I'm not mistaken, we have 6.
Nothing wrong by having 6 quality players from one academy. Nothing wrong with that. There we go again. It's just like my neighbor when I use
experience count in winning title. Experience count. When it get to tough, you need the experience. You need
how many titles did you win with the experience in the last years? All
right. See, like you said, it's not going to be. We all have agenda. We have way we.
Yeah, we have mindset against. I could understand you if if we buy those players and they perform and they just help us. But we buy Lukaku for 100 million. I know you didn't want Lukaku, but I'm trying to make a point, so don't cut me here. I know you were against Lukaku, that is a given, but I'm giving an example of what the point of, there are so many of them. Tammy Abraham need to go. Tammy Abraham, who scores 16 goals, you bring the missing piece, all of a sudden you flop even more. What the point of spending that kind of money? And how are you too sure that Tammy is not going to score, and every Tammy Abrams goal is not going to count as 3 points? It's because they are type-ins. So it has something to do with the mindset and not the reality. That is not football anymore. It's just you having a mindset toward certain... it's just discrimination. Pure as that. It's discrimination. You are kid, you are from the academy, you are English, you are from Nigeria, you are a black man in America, you're just supposed to play basketball. It's those kind of mindset, and discrimination has nothing to do with sport here. You know what I'm trying to say here? And nobody knows if a kid is gonna save you from something, or he's gonna flop, and it looks like everybody pretty much knows what's gonna happen in the future. Broja is not gonna score goals because we are missing goals. There are so many of them in the first team, so we're not gonna win anything. So we're not even challenging with the so-called missing piece. It is what it is, people. Let me
It should be judged case by case. Like, there shouldn't be hard forced rule.
That's the problem. It looks like we created some kind of rules, or there are many of them. They are academy, they are kid, you are bad. Listen, people forget that Erling Haaland is like 21, 22 right now. Broja is 20, and when he was killing it, he was like 18 years old. I didn't even believe that Haaland was that good. I'm like, man, that is from Austria league. It's not serious. And the guy continue killing it, scoring against Liverpool, scoring against many big teams in the Champions League. I was like, you have to pay attention to this kid. Age is just a number, and the reason why they are in that level, because they were given a chance to play football. Somebody trusted them and gave them time to make mistakes and learn. They are not perfect all of a sudden at 21. We rejected Mbappe. Somebody took a chance on Mbappe. Look at him today. So I'm trying to let people know that it's not always about buying finished article. But sometimes it's about just give a kid a chance and develop that kid. It is what it is, man. This is a never-ending debate because we have mindset and agendas. So let me read some comment down.
Let me you permit me to go out. Let me go get ready for work.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much for bringing me on.
No problem, my friend. Anytime. So yeah, Len is gone, and we're not gonna agree on that topic, and this is okay. It's okay to disagree. But for me, Broja should be kept here. We shouldn't go and spend money on Ronaldo or Messi or the so-called missing piece. We have to try our own kid, give him a chance, equal chance to fight for his place. Mr. PSA, my good, what is Chelsea doing? Letting Broja go will be a big blunder. Send him on loan, okay? Mr. Shaib say, for me, let Broja go. Is not too bad if we can get an experienced striker, okay? Because other top teams, there we go again, comparison again, because other teams got strikers and we need somebody else. Who told you so? I just don't get the point where just because City have Haaland, Liverpool got Nounes, and we're not supposed to have somebody from the academy because apparently he's bad. So this is a mindset. That's the way it is. Until you try somebody, don't make theories and narratives. You have to give somebody a chance before you say anything. So, all right, people. If you wanna join us, the link is there on top of the chat. Matt, you've been quiet. Do you have any breaking news for us? Matt, probably studying or something.
No, I was. That's what I was doing in the background while you guys were fighting.
Yeah, we were fighting hard here.
So I was like, oh,
yeah, just bring whatever topic you wanna talk, or if you wanna comment about. So what are we supposed to do in that in front? Because it looks like we are lacking options. Pretty much everybody is gone. Who is there on the market that can help us? Because people don't wanna Broja. So who should we go for?
Well, personally, Broja, as I said, Broja should be staying. But again, let's say hypothetically, I mean, I don't know what's happening with Ziyech, but let's say hypothetically Ziyech is nearly done. Ziyech is gone. We've got Havertz up front, Mason, we've got Pulisic, Sterling, Werner, Hudson-Odoi. We've still got 6, right? So it complements 1-to-1 ratio. 1 on the pitch, 1 as a backup. Obviously, one will get injured. Some of them are, nearly all of them aren't good enough. We only have technically 3 good attackers, or inform attackers. Pulisic, hopefully he gets his form back, because this guy really needs to hit form quick. Hudson-Odoi, I would send him on loan, but again, send him on loan, and then what? Who comes in? That's the thing. A lot of people are saying Rafael Leo. I wouldn't go and pay 100 million for him. I think it's way too expensive. I think we should have gone, if we want to go for anyone, we all know Rafinha, Dembele would have come in and fit that spot. That's obviously done. That's gone. I don't know. Depay is looking to leave. Do we come and just bring him in as a secondary striker? Like I don't know what attack comes in and fixes it. And I've said this season, I don't think we go for another attacker now, because we've always said, remember, come June, we've got top boys coming in. We said we're not going to get all the players we want this summer. And at the start of the transfer window, we were thinking like, wait, hang on, maybe Todd might prove us wrong. But then we got a slap back in the face, and we got realization, we're not going to get everyone we want this summer. So I don't think an attacker comes in and fills that spot. I think our main priority is to fill up the defense. Okay. Maybe add some depth. And I mean, we've brought in that one attacker. I think Tuchel generally thinks it's enough. I think he didn't get the Rafinha, he didn't get the Dembele, and I think he thinks there's no one else out there. I think he's the type of manager to not just buy to buy, like little Lampard did, not just to buy. He wants them to fit their system. So he would go for someone who fits his system. He's not going to go buy a Dybala or Depay just because they got the experience. He doesn't care. He wants someone that fits the system, and the players that fit his system already have a secured club. So he's not going to go waste money and throw money out on players that aren't going to perform.
Okay, so you think we can cope with Werner and Havertz?
It's not going to be good. It's not going to be pretty, but we have to do what we have to do. We've got Sterling. That's a new addition to it. I think that strengthens us. But Sterling, unfortunately, isn't enough to get to the 100%. But we can't get 100% this summer. We've probably upgraded. We've definitely upgraded, that's for sure. 100% we've upgraded, but it's not a massive jump. I would say last season, our attack was the worst of the worst. We had the worst attack. We were a mid-table attacking team. We were 10th, 9th for stats. So coming now, we can possibly progress, to a top 6, top 7, or top 5 with Sterling, but it doesn't take us to the top. Obviously, we're not going to get to the top in one season, as I said. It'll take a few years, but Sterling is definitely an additional thing. I've said our defense is the main priority. Our defense right now, we're bringing Kounde, Koulibaly. Kounde, Kimpembe. I always say Koulibaly. Oh my God, too many Ks. Too many Ks.
Too many Ks, man. That is going to cause a problem. Too many Ks.
It already has. I keep calling Koulibaly Kimpembe and all that. But if we're bringing Kimpembe, Kounde, I'll tell you right now, our back 3 will be the best, not in the league, in the world. We'll have the best 3 in the world, because we have a very balanced. I think you were there, when I was ending. I don't know if you were there, but you might have missed it. I went on a massive rant where I said our back 3 will have the best back 3 in the world because of how balanced it is. We have a very balanced. Yeah,
let's wait and see, brother. This is the Premier League we're talking about here. Don't get carried away too quickly.
I'm looking at a player like Kimpembe. I look at his aggression. I look at Koulibaly. I look at his brains that he has, his intelligence, his experience. And I look at Kounde. I look at how he's a warrior, how he's a fighter, how he progresses the ball. And that's all we have a defender. Kimpembe would die to get 3 points, as the manager would say. You know, Christensen went off for a sore stomach.
Yeah, he was weak. He was very weak. He needed to go to the toilets and stuff. Yeah.
He was mentally very weak. Sit in the toilet. He was. And that's the difference between our new players now. Kimpembe, we get Kimpembe. Kimpembe will be going through labour and still play on that pitch. You know, Christian goes up for something. Kimpembe is a different man. That's how aggressive it is.
Come on.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
He would.
Okay, so yeah, go on.
I mean, obviously, it's never gonna happen because you can't have a baby, unfortunately. But,
hey, leave Christensen alone. Leave Christina alone. Okay, he's gone now. Let's move on. Okay.
As I said, we will have the best back three. Okay, let's say Premier League. I think the best back three Premier League. Better than Spurs' rubbish team. City's, they don't play back three, but I think it's still better. Yeah. Liverpool's better. I think we still have it if we get those players in. So let's get our centre backs in.
Yeah.
You know, focus on maybe a Klaus. Get a Klaus as well. If we bring in Kimpembe, I'll say this also now. If we bring in Sterling, done deal. Koulibaly, done deal. We bring in Kimpembe, Kounde, and a Klaus. I think that's a 7 out of 10 window. If we were to board in Rafinha, that would have been a 10 out of 10 window. If we were to bring in one more attacker, Tuchemeni a midfielder like Tuchemeni or another attacker.
He's gone.
That would have been 10 out of 10. Yeah, obviously he's gone. But I think it's a 7 out of 10 window. I don't think it's the worst window we have been good. But now I think the manager is going to be under a lot of pressure because he got his own players. Hussein, what do you think about our attacking option? Do you think that we are down now and we should just focus on the defense and we should be fine?
Yeah, even Tuchel said that attack is not the priority, but I want to throw out a name if Broja leaves, and people will probably laugh at it, but I really rate Ivan Toney from Brentford.
Yeah, he's handful, right? He's very handful, that guy.
And his link-up is very good. Playing in Brentford, he plays with only one strike partner. They don't even have attacking midfielders. There was Eriksson, but he played for like a few months. I think we should go for him if we get rid of Broja.
Yeah, I heard that, I don't know, Newcastle or another team. I even heard Manchester United linked with him.
United was,
What do you say, Matt? Man United?
I said, United was linked with him,
Yeah, for me, that is a good point. If we want a striker right now, I'm all for low profile, somebody that can just do the job and not big names and spend a lot of money. Low keys can come to the club and do something because they're coming without any pressure of, you're gonna flop and we're waiting for 20 goals from you. So very, very good point.
Like I can even see him taking Havertz's spot, and for Havertz to improve, he needs competition for that number 9 role. Like right now, he doesn't have any competition for that number 9 spot. We should go for Ivan Toney, and I can see him replacing Havertz in that. Because Havertz, even in the last game, like I really, really rate him. I think he's a generational player. But he needs to improve his finishing, man.
Everybody at Chelsea Football Club, just because he scored that Champions League goal, and he scored also the penalty that won us the World Cup, the Club World Cup. Sometimes one goal in life can just, get you carry your entire career, but people just remember that and will give you always the benefit of the doubt and will get on other players, but people forget that even Kai Havertz is not clinical. He missed a lot of chances last season, but at the end of the game, we're going to get on Mason Mount. We're going to get on Callum Hudson-Odoi, Christian Pulisic. We forgot 2 series that Kai Havertz missed because he won us the Champions League. That's the way it is. Certain people we just remember what they did because he brought trophies to us, but he needs to improve really his finishing. And he's still young. I mean, my joy is that those players, they're still very young and can improve.
And you can see his talent. He's very talented. Like his goal against Newcastle is one of my favorite goals.
Yeah.
Like that first touch and finish.
Yeah,
But
against Newcastle, right? That goal that you're talking about. What a goal. Yeah.
And like every player needs competition for their place, and right now Havertz has none. We need to bring in a very good striker, maybe like an experienced Lewandowski type, or as I said, Ivan Toney. I'm not against keeping Broja at the club. I think if you're not bringing anyone, just keep Broja at the club. And I disagree with what was his name, Phil. I think this is the perfect time to have Broja in the squad because Havertz is misfiring. He will have a lot of opportunities at Chelsea.
So Mr. Phil, for him, is just because we are missing so many chances. If we bring another so-called inexperience, he's gonna miss too. So sometimes those kids, they have nothing to lose. Like they will go for it. They want to prove people wrong. They want to prove people that this is my place. So I am always against the theories, but before giving somebody actually a chance, just because he didn't work out for another team doesn't make a rule or norms for my team. So I'm all for trying. Broja is on free. He's still in literally the academy pay. He might be like on 20K a week or something like that. He just signed 5 years contract, so you still have time to develop him instead of go there and buy somebody that you're gonna pay 150K a week and then spend like 35 million on him, and then could do the same job or even less than Broja. So why not try? Every transfer is a risk. That's what Mr. Phil forget. It's not just because you buy Lewandowski or Ronaldo at Chelsea that they're gonna do the same the way they were doing it at Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. The age is also a factor. This is the Premier League. The weather, everything can play, and you bring somebody so-called missing piece, and he flops because of many factors around. So I don't know, Mr. Phil needs to understand the whole package when it comes to signing players, instead of this is gonna work because he's from such and such and he's been scoring goals. You can score 20 goals this season and next season you score 2. That is football. It can happen. Or you can score 1 goal this season and next season you just explode and you score like 30 goals. People are like, wow, what's going on here? And even look at that Darwin Núñez at Liverpool. The first season in Portugal, he was awful. He scored like 4 goals. It didn't make him a bad player. The second season, he exploded, scoring for fun in the Champions League, including against Liverpool, scoring a lot of goals in the Portuguese league. All of a sudden, he's signed by Liverpool. So that is football. That there's no it's not like exact science when you say, oh, just because you made mistakes last season, this season you're gonna continue making those same mistakes. That's what I want people to understand, that life is not that black or white.
I'm sorry, also Núñez is absolute garbage.
I
said that before his first game as well. I said that before his first game. I didn't release every player, but he's not worth 100 million. He's not worth that 100 million.
Have you seen some of his compilation videos online?
Oh, it's not even that. Like, you just watch him play Sporting. Like, I was watching, because I remember when his name popped up. I remember all the Chelsea fans would say Darwin Núñez. I'm like, who's this kid? Let's look at him.
Yeah.
And I looked at him. I go, this guy's rubbish. All right, he scored good goals, but these goals you can only score in this league. Same with Nkunku. Nkunku's not a bad player, but it's just the goals he scores isn't realistic in the Premier League. But Darwin Núñez is a different breed, man. He's rubbish. But,
that is a very good point, though. People forget that you can score goals for fun somewhere, but the Premier League is a different animal. Yeah, go on.
I'll just Oh no, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you're talking about the Nkunku goals, like the goals.
Oh no, I was gonna say I was gonna come back to the point that you said before I left, that you're saying age is just a number for players, where as you can't cheat experience. That's the one thing I always believe. You can age just number 100%, but you can't cheat experience, and that's what.
But how do you get experience without
needs.
giving a chance?
But how do you gain experience though? You need to get game time.
Exactly.
Get that experience. So, example, putting Colwill in for 6 games when he's 19 won't work. Just because he's good for his level doesn't mean he gets in our team, because he's not that good. He's not exceeding to levels where he automatically comes in our starting team. So all I want to say was, age is not just a number. Experience can't be cheated. You must gain experience before coming into an established team like Chelsea Football Club. People like Gallagher, look at how he got experience last season. Look how well he did there. Gilmore, on the other hand, he didn't get the experience because unfortunately he got injured. So if you differentiate those two players, the one who got the more game time, the one who got the more experience, the one who got the more confidence, came back and is now in our first squad. So even Ampadu played 2 loans. I mean, you can say they were good, they weren't, but he got that experience. If Colwill goes on loan, right, I don't want us to sell him. I think he's good, but I don't think he's there yet. Goes on loan next season, plays 33 games, kills it. We bring him back. That's what they need to do. We don't have academy going out and killing it at loan. Gallagher's the only one we've
because they are not given a chance, my brother. Like I said, we're gonna just repeat the same thing.
I thought you just said. I thought you guys were saying before Cole had experience. He's had his chance to come in. He's shown it. But they've had the chance. Gilmore had it. Gallagher had it. Ampadu had it. Colwill had it. Bakayoko had it. Batshuayi. They've all had it. What chance do you need? They've all had the chance to prove themselves. May not be at Chelsea Football Club, but at other places. Now, am I saying Colwill needs to prove himself at Chelsea Football Club? Yes. Am I saying that he should be starting now? No. 2 more years he'll come back and prove himself. But that's even if we even keep him. I am confused why we are selling these players like Colwill and Broja. You know, I'm not the Cobham sexuals like everyone is, but like I am very, very
Cobham sexuals. Okay.
Like, you know, like Minerals FC and all those.
That is my new name, people. Cobham sexuals. Alright.
A lot of people who like the youngsters, but I'm not like the biggest fan of youngsters. I like.
But you are young
very,
yourself,
very
and you play football.
I know, but. Exactly, I know, but I just feel like
it pains me to see a young man like you, like getting on a young man in your age. I don't care. I don't get that.
I'm not against youngsters. But what I believe in is I believe we should be using our academy to fill in our needs and not our wants. Colwill is a want.
Okay.
Colwill is a want. I want Colwill, but we need players like Ampadu, Broja. We need him. Gallagher's the only one who's proven he has first team football. Other than that, there's no other loan who's proven that. So now we use our academy to fill up our needs. If we go buy Kimpembe, Kounde, and we go buy Ruben Diaz and Van Dijk, does Colwill still get in our team? Of course not, because he's not needed. But if we were only to sign Kounde, but we still need a left-sided centre back, then Colwill will be used because he's used for that needs. I'm not against academy, but I'm against using them for our wants and not our needs.
Okay, fair point. That's...
You're rating Kimpembe too high, bro.
Yeah, Kimpembe. Tell us more about it.
I would rate Kimpembe too high, but he played his best season under Thomas Tuchel, and Thomas Tuchel is one for creating centre backs. How he somehow made Christensen look average, and that's the worst defender I've ever seen in my life. And he somehow made Christensen look like an average player. Tuchel was a genius
defender you never seen in your life. Okay.
He was horrible under Lampard. I'm sorry. And
okay.
Tuchel was actually like I was smiling sometimes when he was playing.
He doesn't rate him at all.
Tuchel can do the same thing with Colwill. Give him a chance and he can improve him.
That is the problem too. He can also develop a kid. Yeah.
Of course he can. That's what I said. It goes back to our needs and not our wants. We don't need Colwill right now. Kimpembe is an experienced player. As I said, you can't cheat experience. I would rather have an experienced Kimpembe on the pitch right now who's already been proven that he can play centre back. They'd rather have a Colwill at the moment. Because remember, we're going to fill in our spots first. Colwill right now, for me, is a backup. Colwill is on the same level as Malang Sarr right now. These two are competing for a spot as secondary centre backs, not for the first spot. Kimpembe comes in as the first, and we've got Colwill to fight for the second. Now, Kimpembe, yes, I agree. I think some people, like myself, overhype him, but I'm only overhyping him because of the manager we have. If we had Frank as our manager, I would be, Kimpembe is rubbish, he's garbage. But we've got Thomas Tuchel, where he played his best season under him, and this guy, as I said, you get him in form, and he's gonna be very dangerous.
Okay.
He'll be very dangerous. we'll be a team, because remember, Tuchel said those 4 words. I don't know how many words it is, but he said these words. We want to play against teams should be playing against. So I stuffed it up. I stuffed up the quote, but it's Thomas Tuchel said that teams should be scared to play us. And that's why he's bringing in players like Kimpembe.
Like when he said that we're going to make a team that nobody want to play against?
Yes, that's the one, correct.
Okay.
That's why he doesn't want people like Christensen, because those go for sore stomachs and, all these players. He wants warriors.
Leave Christensen alone. Did you are you the guy who made that edit that going on social media now that he's holding a bag and with a wig and high and heels?
No, I know who made it though. And the guy who made it sent it to me on the first day he made it.
Oh my goodness!
I was just putting it everywhere.
Leave him alone. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, fair enough. He's gone. But I always like to use him as an example because it's the best example to use as a bad defender. That's a defender you should not be looking at.
He won us the Champions League, though, bro. He won us the Europa League, Champions League. He was good.
That's the thing. I compared Christensen to a worse version of Varane. He needs his hand held. He cannot lead a defense. He's a bang average defender. He's made it to the Premier League. Of course he's good. He's better than me, obviously. But for Premier League standards, he is not the best type of player because he's got a weak mentality. He might be good on the ball, but he's physically and mentally weak. You need that. Being strong is one of the most key points for being a centre-back. I agree, he's composed, he's good on the ball, but that classifies 20% of a player.
Yeah, in a team, sometimes you don't always need leaders. You need some people who can command, like people who can tell you what to do, kind of. So they are all important. Not always like, okay, you have to be a leader or something. But in the defense, you need Varane and you need also Ramos, stuff like that. But
exactly. But see how Ramos just like I'll look at Kepa Arrizabalaga. He's not a leader. But he's mentally strong. He's gone through all that hate, and he still kind of came back and redeemed himself. Even I was screaming at him back in Lampard days, but then I woke up to it. So these players got to have a strong mentality. Even Pulisic, he has a very strong mentality. He keeps pushing. In the interview he had a couple weeks ago, he goes every time before a game, I always say to myself, what I can improve on, what I can do better. I'm the best. He always tries to improve himself. Christensen, he's just mentally weak.
Yeah, he's weak, but that is nature, bro. There are people. That's how he grew up.
It's not fit for my club right now. It's not fit for our club. He can do that at a Barcelona, but it's nature.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, when it comes, it's consequences to that. Unfortunately,
The problem here, when we bring Kimpembe and we bring Kounde, I don't know what excuses you're gonna give when we get destroyed 5-0 by West Brom.
Obviously, we're not gonna win every single game, but there's gonna be mistakes. There's gonna be obviously Kimpembe may make a mistake, but they're gonna be good. We're gonna have a good defense, like in 2020. We're gonna have a good defense still. And I said it'll be back to being the best in the world. We're gonna have quadruple K on the pitch. Quadruple K, 3 at the back, Kepa in goals.
Triple K, man. I don't want that name. No. Somebody need to change a name there.
Not triple. I said quadruple.
Quadruple. Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 4K. Okay. All right. Not triple. All right.
Kepa in goals.
Now I got you.
That's the 4th one.
Mr. PS here in the chat said that Christensen a bang average. Playing for at the back. Yeah, I still remember that pass that he passed to Iniesta. And Iniesta passed to Messi in the Champions League against Barcelona. Like, he was having a very good game. Willian actually scored for us. We are leading 1-0. And what he does, he's sideways again. You playing against the maestro himself. Sideways, boom. After that, he went like 2 years missing. Like, he was dead from that day.
See, that's what happens. That's when we have weak mentality.
He came back actually under Mauricio Sarri a little bit. And he did good. The Champions League final, you have to give it to him. Replacing somebody like Thiago Silva.
Oggs, you know why I give him credit? I give him higher credit for the Champions League final. You know why? Because this guy, as I said, he has weak mentality. He has anxiety. He gets scared when he's on the ball. Champions League final, he was not expecting to come on. When you have that last second, remember, he came on the pitch within 1 minute. 1 minute he was on that pitch for being on the bench.
So he didn't have time to think or overthink.
He didn't have time to overthink it.
Okay.
That's the thing. He didn't have time to overthink it. When you got like Christensen, you get scared. The sore stomach memes. You get a sore stomach. You're scared. But when you are 1 minute off from being a sub, you don't know you're going to be playing that game. He comes on. Boom. He's already in the mindset. He doesn't need to overthink about it. That's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, he has a weak mindset. He has
that makes sense.
He has some medical issues, which is unfortunately bad. But unfortunately, that stuff can't be happening in pro football.
How about the Europa League final? He was there playing he started in the final, but we won.
Yeah,
we beat
he has
Arsenal.
He does good games, but when he's by himself, like if it was just him at the back remember when we had him, Chalobah and Sarr? I think we played Chesterfield. They were rubbish. Or
Luton. I remember.
Like he needs someone there. Like that's just the player he is. It's like Varane. Varane needs someone else there.
Yeah.
But I don't like those players. I like those players who can for centre backs. This is for centre backs, by the way. I like centre backs who individually do it themselves. They don't need someone to hold their hand. It's like Declan Rice.
Hold their hand. Mr. Hussein, do you have anything to jump? You are a very quiet guy. You don't really disturb people, but here we are jumping all over the place. Don't feel bad to cut us, but that is your nature, so I understand that.
Yeah. I have a Christian nature.
Yeah, you want to add something?
I agree with what Matt said. We need some steel in defense. Let's not forget we are a club. We are John Terry. So that's what I didn't like about David Luiz as well. He had like a weak mentality. He was unpredictable. I wouldn't say he had a weak mentality, but he was unpredictable. He would just you would never know what would you expect from him.
And people. So talking about defenders here, Matthijs de Ligt going to Bayern Munich. And here we go already. Verbal agreement. It's going to be around 80 million worth of everything. But for me, I don't really regret not signing him, because you don't want to sign for my club. Probably he's not mentally strong enough to handle the Premier League, and he chose the easiest way for him to go and win titles, because when you join Bayern Munich, already you have 3 titles in your pocket before even kicking this freaking damn ball. So I think he got a weak mentality. That is my own interpretation. It's just like when you're gonna say we never wanted him when you miss out on a player. You know how it goes, right? So I'm trying now to find some positivity here. But gentlemen, what do you think about Matthijs de Ligt snubbing Chelsea Football Club and us signing the beast?
But did he really snag? It was more that they paid a large sum of money for him. I think he's class. I mean, I think we're having a discussion. I really, really rate De Ligt. I think he's got that fantastic leadership. I'm not upset we didn't sign him because we have great backups as well. I don't think I've said this. Kounde, Koulibaly, De Ligt are A-list defender signings, and B-list defender signings are players like Kimpembe and Ake. But unfortunately, we're not going to get all the A-list that we can. It's not going to be realistic. So
and that is a good point, because that's why we needed somebody like Colwill around so he can learn and become our De Ligt.
Cole was a D. Cole was a D at the moment. Cole was a D list, but exactly, we can't get all A's. In class, you're not going to get all A's. It's hard.
Yeah, so, we have a potential A plus in Colwill who can learn from Koulibaly.
He will learn when he's ready. He's just not ready yet. So we have the 2 A lists. And then we get a nice B list from Kimpembe. So I think De Ligt's a star. I don't think he does well at Bayern either. I've said for De Ligt to perform, for De Ligt to be the best player, he needs to have the controllability and the confidence of the dressing room. He needs to be the main man. He needs to be the leader. No, not like an arrogant Ronaldo or like that, as you would say. But he needs to just have the team in his hand. He needs to be the pilot of the plane, and all his teammates are on the plane sitting down, and he's driving the plane or flying it. Right? That's what player De Ligt is. At Bayern, they've already got too many leaders. They've got leaders like Muller and all that. I don't see him fitting in at this very moment. If he came to Chelsea, on the other hand, we have no leaders. We're rebuilding. He would have easily slotted in and performed. That's why I would rather him go to Newcastle than go to someone like Bayern. He'll perform way better at Newcastle because Newcastle are in a rebuild. If you put him in a rebuild, he will perform much better.
Yeah, he's going for his CV though. I mean, for his CV, looking back,
CV,
you know that you're gonna win.
He's already got Juventus on there. He's already got Ajax semi-final. I mean, I agree that Bayern will be good. He would love to play for Bayern, but if he wants to get the best out of his career, he needs to go to a team where he be's the main leader. He needs to be the captain of his ship. He can't be a fellow passenger. He needs to be the captain.
Yeah, Lewandowski just left. That is one leader left. Another one, Sule.
I think he was a leader.
Nicolas Sule in the defense was kind of a leader. He left.
He was a 6'4" giant. He was a 6'4" giant that couldn't keep the
he
ball.
had a lot of injuries, right? And then they have the guy who left to Real Madrid. What's his name again?
Alaba.
Also,
yeah.
Alaba left. So I think he's going to be kind of leader because Upamecano is another guy that in the Chelsea community hyped when we were linked with him. I watched that guy in the French under thing. He's not that good, but people were making theories. Look at them. Do they really need another Matisse de Ligt when you have Upamecano? That tells you the level of that guy. Upamecano is not that good. But
and they play three at the back as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
okay.
I think, as I said, Upamecano, I don't know if he's a three at the back player, but yeah, I think you're right. I think he might have more of a time being a leader there at Bayern. But like Sabistas, the guy from the old Leipzig, he's a leader. He's better on that pitch.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be better for his career to go to a Bayern and stay at Juventus because Juventus is just, I don't know. Okay. But Juventus could probably come in swoop for a Kounde or a Kimpembe now because they've lost Chiellini and they've lost now De Ligt. So maybe these
they're about to sign Bremer, I think.
Bremer from
better them than Tottenham.
Yeah, I really like Araujo from Barcelona. He has that elite mentality. Yeah, he's like no bullshit.
Oh, Araujo.
Araujo, that guy. Yeah. He's actually good.
He's good, but I don't know how they're gonna play next season though, because they have Christensen, they have Araujo, they still have Gerard Piqué. He doesn't want to retire, and who else they have in that defense?
Eric Garcia.
Eric Garcia. That is a good point. They bought him from City. Now they are working on Azpilicueta.
Yep. And they want Alonso, and they still want Kounde.
They still want Kounde.
I hate this club so much.
How many players Barcelona really are going for? How many?
That's embarrassing. I remember all. They still got to pay Piqué 9 million. It's like they already got 6 players, and which they're already $1 billion in debt, and then they're gonna buy a Kounde, which they don't really need.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But everybody want to play for them even with less money. I don't understand that. But they're going to be under administration in 2 years from now, and they're going to sell everybody. And when you come knocking the door...
strikers.
Huh?
They have 5 strikers.
Yeah. The Pie, they have Braithwaite, they have Ansu Fati, they have Torres. De Jong, the Pie, oh my goodness, Aubameyang. How can you fit all of them? I don't understand what they're doing. So
the funny thing is, last season they were one of the highest scoring teams. So why are they even collecting all these?
I don't get it.
Attackers.
I don't get it.
Stay relevant. I think it's a PR move to go. Oh, look at us. We're in debt, but look, we're making signings.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Sponsors, come. But Bakayoko, just quickly, Bakayoko went to AC Milan, where he's on loan. Currently on loan, where he's at loan, was held at gunpoint by Italian police just before. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Bakayoko, yeah. I just wanted to bring that up, just quickly.
It's like a new thing. Recent? A new thing.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago.
Oh, he got
mistaken identity. He was got held at gunpoint for mistaken identity.
Oh my goodness. By the police?
Poor guy just wants to play football, yeah. This guy's bad luck everywhere he goes, man. Poor guy.
So is his loan official this season?
I think Monaco are snatching him for a signing.
I heard also Gattuso.
Not Monaco, Marseille. Yeah, sorry, Marseille.
Marseille want him on loan?
Yeah. No, I think they want to buy him.
Get rid of him, man. Get rid of him because I'm
what
sick.
What about Bashi as well? What about Bashi?
Batshuayi?
Could he be a backup to Havertz?
No, bro. No.
Batshuayi, you're talking about the Michy Batshuayi?
Yeah, there's only one Batshuayi. Yeah, the Michy.
Yeah, Michy can score you a goal here and there from nowhere. Like, he gonna pop up from nowhere and like score a goal. But he doesn't follow instructions. Like, he's all over the place. But he's a good finisher. If you have to give it them that, because he scored us some important goals that won us the league, or won us 3 points in the Champions League here and there. But he's just all over the place, that brother. He
has a great build to be a striker. I think he's a great build. Like, he's slim fit, so he's slim but he's big, and he's not the slowest guy. I think I don't know what it is, why it never worked out, but if he stays, I'm sell him for all matters. I don't care, but if he stays, I'm not going to be complaining. I don't care. I'm just trusting anyone that Tuchel stays. But if Tuchel wants to bring a 15-year-old kid from Saudi Arabia to be a signing striker, I don't care. Bring that guy in, because we need numbers. That's what we need.
And that what Hussein said, that we need probably having Tony or somebody else.
I wouldn't mind Ivan Tony, but I don't think we go for him.
Yeah,
I don't think it lives. Despite him not liking Brentford.
I agree with me. I don't want to see any big names if we have to go for another striker. Just bring somebody that from Belgium or France, somebody that we never really paid attention. How are you gonna feel if Barcelona offer us like Aubameyang and Depay, because he's gonna make some good records, some good music in the dressing room.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Depay. Hear some of his music, I think Depay would just be a vibe, But I wouldn't take him. Aubameyang. I would take Aubameyang. No thanks.
You won't take him? Mr. Cool himself to score you goals?
Nah, Depay's cooler. I'll take Depay. Just for the vibes and the fun of it. Him and Jorginho in the dressing room. How funny would that be? Him and Jorginho and Chilwell in the dressing rooms. That'd be funny.
Yeah, we lost Rudiger, so he's gonna replace him.
Yeah, we need someone to do the dancing, after we win. Like Rudiger does.
The dance is gone, really. Yeah, our dressing room is gonna be so quiet. Nobody to dance anymore. Luis is not there to dance. Rudiger not there anymore. Who's gonna be the new DJ?
Tammy used to dance as well. Tammy used to dance.
Tammy used to have some moves, bro. He used to have some moves in the dressing room.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it didn't relay back on the pitch. But
okay, so Simon Phillips here is a well-respected brother in the Chelsea community. He said that Chelsea may well need to change tactics and push to find a new number 9 if Broja leaves, which now looks inevitable. So this profile of striker we don't have in our squad, and will be very useful to have, which is why I'm surprised Broja is choosing to leave. So he's choosing himself on his term, of course, because he want to play game. It's not like Thomas Tuchel telling him that, okay, get out my club, but it's him kind of saying, you know what, I'm not going to have enough playing time. Let me go and develop. So Simon is suggesting here that we need another striker in the same profile as Broja. Let me read some more here.
Just quickly, I'm going to head out.
Yeah, thank you, brother. You've been here helping a lot. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, Matt.
No problem. Take care, Hassan.
Take care, man.
Take a chat.
Big up, man.
Big up. Okay.
Bye.
People, go subscribe to Matt's channel on YouTube. I will put the link in the description shortly. Another brother in the community that we have to support. Oh,
nearly
man.
5 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Hussein, hey, don't feel bad, bro. If you want to go catch some sleep or want to get ready for work, feel free to leave, brother.
No, I'm good. I just woke up and I saw your video.
All right, let me read some comments here from Mr. Bolari. Sorry, your name is too long. I don't want to disrespect you. So you're saying that Barcelona are just signing players meaninglessly. Memphis Depay was overhyped last season when he was signed, but today he's not valuable anymore. Okay, that is your opinion. I think he did what he was asked to do. He scored some important goals. And they signed Aubameyang, and he was injured and he was on the bench and then not really consistent on the pitch. But I know what you mean. Mr. Host Trend TV said that, yeah, we need someone unknown. Yeah, that's my point too. We don't have to go for shiny names. We can go for somebody experienced in a good level that can come without any pressure and can just do the job when needed. Batman is inconsistent average. Okay. Batman, Michy Batshuayi is average according to him. And he said again, and we need 2 strikers, to be honest. Oh, 2? So, but if you need 2, and then you have to get rid of some of them, right? Werner, Batshuayi, and stuff like that. That is your opinion. We have to respect it. So people, if you're still here with us, help us get to at least 150 likes before I end this show. I'm gonna end the show probably in 10 minutes, depending on the energy I'm getting from you guys, because sometimes you got a lot of people and then you feel bad to leave. But I'm still here for at least 10 minutes if you wanna jump and join me and Hussein and have your say, man. Have your say. And also not only Chelsea fans, if you wanna bring your own topic about your team, just feel free to do so.
Are you going to Charlotte?
Yes, actually tomorrow night I had actually a problem at work, like my boss. I scheduled this period to take my vacation like for a week, and then last night we had some problems. I told him, hey, I just reminded him like that is my time, and one of the colleagues at work is kind of having some issues and just some serious medical issues, and he was like, oh, can you postpone your vacation? And what I was like, I've been planning this for a month. I just want to take my vacation. But today again we're gonna have another discussion. But definitely I'm going for Charlotte and then drive back unless if something really bad happen. But I'll be there tomorrow night. I'll be driving. We'll get there and spend the entire day in Charlotte and go to the game and then drive back south. So
nice. How far are you from Charlotte?
How far I am? It's like what can I say? It's like 8 good hours of drive, depending on the traffic and depending on what time. Yeah, about 8 hours to be honest. I like driving because I need to see some other town and take a break and have some good food on the road. So, yeah, it's about 8 hours from where I am at right now.
Nice. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to come to US and...
Yeah, thank you really for helping because without you guys, I don't know if I was going to keep up with this. So, you guys are always helping the channel all the time. So much appreciated, my brother.
Yeah, all right, Ogs, I gotta go now.
Okay, thank you, Hussein. Yeah. Have a great day. Love and peace to the family, bro.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye. So Hussein is gone. Matt is gone. If you have internet connection, that means you can join us for free, okay? You click just this link here, and then you're gonna be through. Okay, so I'm still here for at least 10 minutes, people. Feel free to jump and talk to us. Give your opinion about stuff. It's kind of cold here. It's been raining for the last couple of days. It's just ugly and cold. So I'm gonna read here. West Ham and Chelsea are still in talk on final details of the deal, like potential buyback clause or not, and add-ons. The agreement for Armando Broja is really close, and it will be permanent deal. Wow, Broja is pushing for the move. It is what it is, man. Can you believe it that we? I don't know. I feel sick, really. Like I feel literally sick. Sick to my stomach. Every time you want to have some kind of excitement in the community, and then boom, you get news like this. How stupid, how more stupid can we be at Chelsea Football Club? And you're going to bring who? Another Lukaku? Another missing piece? Age is just a number. And guess what? The amount of goal Broja is going to score. And let's see what kind of theory those people, those academy headers are going to make. I feel sick, man. I have enough. All right, so West Ham closing in Armando Broja is a matter of when and not if, according to many trusted journalists. Chelsea have made a 40 million offer for PSG centre-back Preston Kimpembe, and are back in talk with Sevilla for Jules Kounde, who is a target for Barcelona too, according to Simon Jones from the Daily Mail. Yeah, we are signing players from other teams, from other academy. This Kimpembe guy is from the PSG academy, but we have great players in our own academy that we refuse to give a chance. Oh, man, I'm sick and tired of this. Tino Engren also is living on loan. He's finalizing a loan move away from Chelsea. Huddersfield again, Norwich City, QPR interested. I would like to loan him out probably in a bigger team than the Premiership, the Championship. If we have an offer from like the Premier League team, or I don't know, Bundesliga or somewhere, but you know, loan now we have to be careful where we're gonna loan our players, and we can put some clause on the deal. If they don't play a certain amount of games until January, you have to recall them, because what the point of loaning them out and then they don't have playing time? People, we are pushing to get 200 likes before I leave. Thank you so much for helping, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys are absolutely legend. Thank you so much for helping. One click only, that's all I'm asking from you, my people. Only one click. You know what I mean? Okay. So slowly and surely we are getting to the end of this stream. I'm here for you, so if you don't call and you don't comment, you don't ask questions, and then what the point of me being here? Okay? So Tino Engren is another one that is going to leave Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea arrived in Orlando. Of course, everybody knows about it. There we go again. Another big exodus from the academy. Billy Gilmore and Harvey Vale have left Chelsea first team group to potentially join up with the development squad in the US. Wow. So So we can't even give them a chance to train with the first team. That tells you what's going to happen next. We're going to loan them out again. Harveyville is ready. Team Billy Gilmore is ready. And of course, we're not going to use all the academy product, everybody from the academy. But what the point of spending money on Saul Niguez or Zappacosta or people like that when you have ballers already in the team that can just do the job? Wow. And Sevilla are waiting for the official bid from Chelsea Football Club. They want 65 million starting price. Chelsea still waiting, monitoring and scouting again and again. Okay, people, so listen, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and read some of your comments here and leave. I have enough. All right, people, let me see. Charles, don't know why Chelsea are making mistakes selling players. Yes. Good morning, Brian. Mr. PS, it's a loan deal. Broja will go on loan to West Ham. No, according to other sources, it's going to be a permanent deal. So we don't know what to trust, what source we should believe, okay? Simon Phillips and Fabrizio Romano are talking about deals, are talking about buying him. We might put a buyback clause. So I'm gonna believe more on Fabrizio Romano than somebody else. You know what I mean? Broja is flying and pushing the thing, but oh my Lord and Savior. Okay, Chelsea reluctant to selling. Yeah. Like I said, there are so many sources out there, but common sense is just telling you that he's going to sign somewhere else. Chelsea are raising money to buy a striker. Come on. Do we really need money? We have already 200 million in the bank waiting for us. Raising money for what? We don't need any money. We don't have to raise money in order to get a striker. And you have already a striker. So this is the stupid Chelsea dealings every single transfer window. Last transfer window, we sold 9 academy product, 9 to finance Lukaku. What happened? Okay? We took the money. We sold Zuma. We sold Lewis Bate. We sold Livramento. We sold Simeo. The list goes on. We sold Tammy Abraham. We sold pretty much everybody just to get Lukaku for 100 million. We sold potential world class. How much money you gonna spend today to buy Tomori back? Tomori cost about 100 million already. You sold him for 28 freaking million. So-called, we're going to finance to buy a striker. I'm sick and tired of that. We don't have to sell anybody because everybody from that academy is a potential world class. One day they're going to become big. What the point of financing? And by who? Who is the striker we are going to finance here? Tell us more about it. Besides the narrative, who is on the market there that you are 100% sure if you buy him, he's going to score you 20 plus goals? Who? Tell us more about it. So if we're going to get rid of potential world class to go and buy somebody, he need to be good. And you have to make sure that he scored 20 goals plus. Who is there? Nobody. Juventus using the Ligt as a cash cow. I don't know what do you mean by that, but they have the right to sell a player and get money. What that even means? They got 80 million on him. What's wrong with that? The players are assets. So just because you sold a player in a good price doesn't make you a bad guy. I don't know what you mean by that. Is that Harry Maguire was sold for 80 million? Not sure what point you're trying to make here. Okay, people, please help your brother. Let's get at least to 150 likes. Yes, we can. Before I leave, please. Broja has agreed personal terms. Okay. Who do you think Chelsea will sign next? I don't even care at this point, man. I don't even freaking care anymore. I didn't. It just. I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, why don't we look into to buy back option for Tammy? Well, the same people that called, tell me names and make theories and narratives want to buy him back now. I don't want a Tammy to come back at Chelsea. The amount of hate and theories and narratives and everything that he went through at Chelsea Football Club. He was abused for missing a penalty. He was abused for missing every single opportunity that he missed. People were there just to insult the kid, to get on him. And no, I don't want him at Chelsea Football Club anymore. I want him to come to the Premier League, sign for another team, come and score against us so we can say, I told you so. Because you made fake theories and narratives. Look at what Tammy is doing. I don't want him at Chelsea anymore. He needs to go, continue with his life. There we go. Learn again with theory of 14 Academy. It's becoming boring, bro. Just let's jump and talk about other topics. It's becoming so boring because the mindset is there, okay? So let's just bring your missing pieces and let's see how we're gonna win everything. Because for you, if we buy players, we're gonna win. So for you, it's about it's about comparison without any context behind it. It's just because Liverpool are winning, buying players, and other teams, other big teams are just buying, and we have to follow the same thing. I tell you that people are different and teams are different, academies are different. For me, it's not about discriminating where you're coming from. It's about what you can do for my team, regardless of your color, regardless of your origin, or regardless of your passport. So I'm sick a little bit about that. It's becoming just boring, repeating the same copy-paste reaction because of our mindset. So let's see. Thomas Tuchel is buying players. Let's see how many trophies we're gonna win, because they're supposed to be perfect. They don't come here to tell me, oh, they need time. Okay. If we needed time, we were going to allow those kids to grow. But you buy the end product, somebody else put a lot of work on those, or the product that you're going to buy because you want to win. Now you have to win. Simple as that. Mr. Samuel said Chelsea Football Club, it's always greener somewhere else, club mentality. Of course. And especially with the new generation of Chelsea fans, it's always greener. Okay? It's always greener. Nkunku is a perfect one. Bring him. You know how much that guy worked at PSG? He didn't even make it at PSG. 1 year in the Bundesliga, he's on that level. We have to go and buy him. Jamal Musiala, not good enough, not Chelsea level. It's a lot of academy in the first team. All of a sudden, boom. He left the academy, Chelsea academy, 16 years old, signed for the first team in the Bayern Munich. The first season he signed, he won the Champions League, won the World Cup, won everything. But at Chelsea, he's a kid. He doesn't have experience. You can't trust so many kids. As if there was some kind of norms or some kind of rules or laws that you can't use certain players just because they are from in one category. That is called discrimination. Kimpembe is error prone. That is another theory, but let's wait and see. The manager wants him. So what are we gonna do? Nothing we can do about it. Mr. Shakti, right? That is your name. I think we need Kounde and world-class winger now. Okay. So if you're looking for world-class wingers, what is Hakim Ziyech about? Hakim Ziyech is, if played in the right system, we don't even use wingers. What are you talking about? Why do you need a winger when the team literally don't use winger? We just protect the defense. We know how to coach the defense. Everything is safety first. Keep a clean sheet and then hope for the best. That's what we play. That's what brought us the Champions League. And nobody has to criticize any tactics here because you have an agenda. You're trying to push some kind of agendas. So I don't know what you're talking about. Why do we need a winger? We don't even play with wingers. We have world-class wingers that we can't even use. You even can't read full comment, bro. You are doing this podcast and subscribe. I don't care. If you unsubscribe, I don't force people to subscribe here. I can't read every single comment because I have a show to run. I have people calling. The call is there for everybody to call. So if I have to read every single comment of 1,000 people, how many of people, tell me about it. How many people, how many channel would take time to read individual comment without putting super chat, without being a member and paying them money every single month? So get out here. Nobody really wants this kind of negativity. I'm giving you time. I read more than 20 of your comment. You keep on commenting and you want me to give you every single second. So you think your subscriber is gonna make me rich? I don't get money from YouTube. I don't get paid from YouTube. I'm doing this for free to have a community and just meet my brothers and sisters around the world. So if you think that you're going to threaten me, I'm going to subscribe and then I'm going to say, okay, I'm sorry. I don't do stupid. I don't do that. Just get out. Nobody wants this kind of people. This is the channel that is different than any other channel. The link is always there for everybody, no exception. You don't have to be member of the channel. You don't have to subscribe to the channel. You just click the link. We put you through. You have your opinion. We don't ask people money. We don't manipulate people for money here. And you coming here and start talking stupidity. Get out here, or I'm gonna even help you and block you right now. You'll be blocked right now. I don't need you. Freaking hell. I take every minute to give everybody a voice. I read as many comments as I can. If I jump certain comment, because I have to keep up with social media, calling, giving you information. There are so many channels, they don't care even about your comment. You have just to put the super chat and then they're gonna read your comment because you pay for your comment. I already read like 20 of your freaking comment. Get out my channel.
Get security. I want this man out of my sight right here. Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him.
All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please? Get him out of here. Throw him out. Yeah, you can get him out. Yeah, get him out. Get him the hell out of here. Get him out of here. Get out. Get him out of here.
I gotta get.
You know what? After that, I'm gonna just help you out. And so you don't see me anymore. I'm gonna just help you out and block you. Freaking hell. Okay, people, so I am going to leave. and go do something else. Do something else and get some work done. And that is a good point, but you don't have to just bring some kind of mindset about certain people, though. You always just bring it all the time. Why can't we just like move to another topic instead of the same agenda, the same, it's a lot of them, it's 14, it's experience, but you're the same that would like to have Haaland, who is the same age as the academy product. So it's mindset and discrimination here, nothing to do with football anymore. I will play 14, I will promote 14 academy product if they can do a good job. So let's just wait here and see how perfect we're gonna be, because everybody is living. You like it or not, those kids, they are freaking living. They are living, and we are getting perfect players, because the norm is so many of them. Get rid of them, bring new players, and let's see where we go. There you have it. You were the one that brought. We had to buy players from from Manchester City because they are winners. They know how to win. But you forgot that kid Raheem Sterling was given a chance when he was 17 years old at Liverpool by somebody who worked very hard and made him to the position that he is today. Okay. All right, people. So thank you so much for everybody for supporting. That was a great show. A lot of emotions going on through. And, I don't take any kind of crap because I do YouTube for free, just in case. I don't ask people money. I don't ask people to put super chat before I give you an opportunity. I give an opportunity to everybody around the world. So when I see people accusing me of, you're not reading my comment, when I already read like 20 of your freaking comment, and I have to keep up with 4 screens in front of me and giving you breaking news here and there, running the show, that is going to make me very, very mad. And I blocked few people because of that, but I don't do it often. I just don't take crap, you know what I mean? This guy is talking about how he talks football. As soon as we let Lamptey go, support in the youth was gone. Supporting in the youth was gone. Yeah, Lamptey, there are certain people who want him back at Chelsea now because he is given a chance and he's been showing people in the high level. But it is what it is. It is what it is, my people. What else? Let me check if there is any breaking news from Romano. The latest one being like Armando, West Ham and Chelsea are still in talk on final details of the deal. Potential buyback clause. So that means we're going to sell him with a buyback clause in case somebody does the hard job, which is developing a young player, making him a man, and then we're going to just buy the end product. So what the point even of creating an academy, the best academy in the world, if you have to always sell? Last season, we sold 9 academy products just to finance Lukaku. Everybody called Marina masterclass. We're going to win the league. We're going to win this and that. We can't even freaking win a penalty shootout twice against Liverpool. Okay? But we went for the missing piece. We didn't want to give a chance to Tammy Abraham or some new academy product, because there are so many of them, because we can't win anything with the academy. Did we win anything with the players that we brought? No. So that's the way it is. So man, I don't know. Levi, I thought Levi was going to stay. Broja was going to stay this time, and even Harveyville. He been kicked out the first team, by the way. They are with the academy now. So Broja, Billy Gilmore, and Harveyville. Harveyville also is not with the first team anymore on tour. All that is telling is just a clear indication of the same old politics at Chelsea Football Club of not giving chances to our most brightest kid that just need to prove themselves. All they are asking is playing time. But let's just wait and see, because, you know, I don't know. It is what it is, man. Let's just move on. I don't make decisions. Okay, so details on the official bid submitted by West Ham for Broja. 30 million total fee. Wow. Chelsea, okay, waiting for Chelsea answer. Then buyback future sales percentage will be discussed. Chelsea decision expected soon, with Thomas Tuchel also involved. All right, it's happening, people. It's not a speculation anymore. This is official. Armando Broja left the camp and is flying to London right now to sign his new contract with West Ham United. And I think certain people are going to celebrate and say, yeah, F them, all the youth. They are nobodies. They are nothing. And then they're going to celebrate. Yeah, dance, celebrate. And let's see how we're going to win and who is going to be better than Armando Broja or Tammy Abraham. Let's wait and see. Congratulations. One more time. You made it. Yeah, bravo. Now you have the money in the pocket to go and buy players, and then Tomori right now, if you want to go for him, you have to spend 100 million. You're not even going to get him because Milan don't want to let him go. World-class potential. Mark Gueye, the same. And now you are struggling now to get Kounde or get whatever Kimpembe. What Mark Gueye has to envy? You know, what is the difference? A proven in the Premier League. But it's always somebody from another team, another country is better than what we got. It is what it is, man. So this is the last one, people. So details on official bid submitted by West Ham for Broja. 30 million total fee. I think it's going to be rejected. Chelsea are going to want more money. They're going to include probably a buyback clause on it, or future sell if you sell him to Real Madrid couple years from now, and then you're gonna have a percentage of that sale. Chelsea, man. Chelsea, what my team. I thought with the new era, okay, new era, and I always think, and that tells you everything you wanna know. The narrative about Thomas Tuchel is good with youth. It's fake. It's copy-paste kind of reaction because people don't think anymore. Borussia Dortmund work with youth. The manager don't buy players. You have to work with a bunch of young people. It's an obligation. It's a default. You get there, you have to work with the youth, no exception. You're not going to bring your own player. That is their philosophy. So you being the manager of a young team doesn't mean that you trust young people or you are for youth. No, people misunderstood that and made theory about, oh, look at Aubameyang, look at Dembele, look at Pulisic, blah, blah, blah. They were there before Thomas Tuchel or under Thomas Tuchel, but the politic of the club is to buy young 17, 16 years old, develop them and sell them. So you're not going to come and go buy Lukaku. No, that is not their philosophy. So you walk in that philosophy that you found because you have no option. You are not in charge of buying anybody. So you work with the youth. Doesn't make you good with promoting youth. So every time he been given a chance to promote his own players, he never did. At PSG, 0. At Chelsea, 0. But he works with youth who are already there, who are already established, that somebody else already did the job to make them in a certain level. So people need to just forget about the mindset and theories that people will make just to make themselves feel good. You have to do some research. So Broja is gone. Billy Gilmore just left the camp. Who else? Colwill just left the camp. Tino Endurant just left the camp. All the youngsters are just leaving, and you're gonna see more and more. Nobody is gonna accept to stay in that academy. We're gonna have another exodus in the academy, just the way we had last season, because there's no path, there is no clear path to make it to the first team. It's a Chelsea thing. I was thinking, listen, with the new owner, with the theory and narrative about Thomas Tuchel being very good with young players, this time he's gonna be promoting his own kid instead of, oh, look at Mason Mount and Reece James. No, they are from somebody else who worked very hard to put them in that level. So it's time for you to use the abundance of talent that we have. And what is wrong? Just give a chance to one or two of them and be proud of making somebody world class yourself. Is that too much asking? You have 25 players in a squad. It's up to you to convince one of them that, listen, I'm gonna make you world class, I'm gonna promote you, trust me. But no, you out, you are good or you are bad, or somebody else need to work very hard and then get you to a certain level so I can take over from that. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Yaha. For me also, the best coach in the world could be just my primary school coach, who really were very patient with me, taught me what to do stuff and trusted me even when I was very, very weak and couldn't do anything, gave me confidence and take me to the next level. So for me, when you talk about Pep Guardiola, Klopp, all those big coaches, you have to show me your coaching side of everything. Not only I have money, I buy everybody and I make a team and I become the best in the world. No, you have to show me by promoting some youngsters, making your own product. It is what it is. Mr. Charles, thank you so much. Thank you for telling the truth. That is the problem. Nobody want to tell the truth because they're going to get the consequence from the fans. How dare are you to tell the truth? When you tell the truth, that is like you are criticizing the manager. He won the Champions League. How dare are you? He knows better than you. I'm not saying that he's not bad. I'm just telling the truth, what is happening, the philosophy at Chelsea Football Club. And those kids who've been working very hard, they are true Chelsea. They can kiss the badge and mean it, instead of people who will kiss our badge and next morning they will go somewhere else and kiss somebody's badge and say how much he loves them and it was a dream for them for them to go and play for those teams. Those kids from the academy, they kiss the badge, they mean it. They are through and through. You need somebody who loves the club from the heart, not people who coming for money because we are Chelsea, because we are bigger. We are a big brand. So people, listen, man. I can go on and on right now, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to have to do 3 minutes left before I leave. It's sad, very, very sad. Oh, man. So I put always the link for everybody to call, but nobody is calling. So don't blame me if I don't read your comment, because you can make it easier by just call and give your opinion. I can't read 1,000 comments at the same time. And I don't have like super chat system where you highlight certain comment. I read every single comment. No discrimination. Ampadu and Gallagher still in the camp. Yeah, you can say. Okay, your logic, Jose is not a good coach because he did not promote a lot of young players. That is not my logic. Don't put the word in my mouth. You are taking everything out of context here. We are talking about today. We're not talking about Jose Mourinho, who came and we needed to establish ourselves, and we had money to spend all the time, unlimited funds. That is another case. The case we're talking about today is selling all the youngsters to found somebody, a missing piece like Lukaku. All of you guys are gonna deny, oh, I never wanted Lukaku. But when we signed Lukaku, everybody was happy and hyping Marina and saying how Marina was masterclass by selling Tammy Abraham, selling all Tomori and selling everybody. And then we didn't make it. We didn't lose any money because we sold players to finance Lukaku. But all of a sudden Lukaku flops, or so-called flop. All of a sudden people start saying we made a mistake. I'm trying to tell my side of story. So you have to and I understand the Chelsea philosophy, and the new era of Abramovic is about selling and buying. Time, but there are certain key positions where we really don't need. Don't we really need to go and get 5 million to get Saul Niguez on loan when you have somebody like, let's say, Dujon Sterling, or we can find somebody who can do a better job than Saul Niguez? And I know they don't play the same position. I'm trying to put some names there just to make a point. Do we really need Zappacosta when you have Chalobah, the big brother of Trevor Chalobah, who play the same position as Zappacosta? Do we really need to go and spend that money when you have some youngsters very promising who can do the same job? That is my point. And they have world-class potential. Why can't we just save our money? Because believe me, if we sell Broja now, we're going to go on the market and start looking for some players. Do we really need to go spend money when you have Broja already in the team, Tammy Abraham in the team? We sold money to raise funds to get Lukaku, 350k a week. Do we need that? Tammy Abraham was like on 60k a week, free of charge. Give him one more season while you are waiting for the right striker that can play for the system. That is my point here. I didn't say that, oh, you have to promote everybody, because people want to twist the word to win the debate. But that is not my point. There are certain key players that just waiting for a chance, and you never know until you try. Look what happened last season. Until the last day of the transfer window, Trevor Chalobah was supposed to go on loan. The last minute, Sevilla said no to Kounde, and then we kept Chalobah. Look at him today. Back then, nobody even rated him. Everybody wanted him out. Oh, we are sick and tired of academy, blah, 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 blah. Circumstance, bad circumstance for many people, but turned to be a very good one for Trevor Chalobah. So instead of blaming those kids, making theories, criticizing them, telling us how bad they are and how they are not ready for Chelsea Football Club, how do you know until you try? Look at Chalobah. Just the circumstance, and all of a sudden they are good. But people are going to tell you, oh, I always knew that Chalobah was going to be good. Listen. When I was making videos about Chalobah 2 years ago, he was at Huddersfield Town before even he moved to France. I was promoting Chalobah. I was making videos telling people, listen, we have a gem in our hand. Please pay attention to Chalobah. Oh, those kind of video, you got a lot of hate from experts. What are you talking about? Academy. He's not good enough. That's why he's on loan. Blah, 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 blah. But today, the same people are telling you, oh, I always knew that Chalobah was going to be good. Because facts are there. Because after fact. But I say things before fact. Before they become fact. So I'm sick and tired. I'm not asking for the entire academy to be 11 players, but there are certain key positions in the team that we need to trust those youngsters. We don't have to spend tons of money. Okay, what's happened with the nation of give Tuchel what he want? Yeah, what he want doesn't mean accept every crap. We are giving him, if we got 24 players that he want and one kid from the academy, it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt anybody, because now he's benefiting from few academy product that the other guy worked very hard and got sacked because of them. Now they are performing in the top level because somebody took a risk to them. So trusting the manager doesn't mean always buy. Also trusting his coaching ability. You have to coach. You have to coach good players and make them world-class players. Why not? And nobody is asking for 20 of them. It's just few of them here and there. Yeah, Gallagher, everybody is talking about Gallagher now because Patrick Vieira trusted him and gave him a chance. If he was in the academy until now, nobody was going to trust him. All right, people. Thank you. So, yeah, we saw even Ugbo, my brother, Ike Ugbo. We saw so many of them from the academy. What do you have to lose? For me, I would take my brother Ike Ugbo instead of Lukaku because he's going to fit the system better. I'm not saying that he's better than Lukaku. Lukaku is good in a certain system. But the manager don't rate him. Don't rate Lukaku. He doesn't want Lukaku because he's not going to fit the system. Okay, keep Tammy Abraham. You don't want Tammy Abraham? Sell him. Keep Ike. Okay? Do you think that Ugbo was going to be worse than Lukaku? Come on, people. It's just common sense. But, because Ike is from the academy, he's supposed to be bad, he's not good enough, blah, blah. How do you know that? The guy been scoring in the Belgium league and everywhere he been on loan, scoring for fun. How do you know until you try the kid? And we sold him to finance Lukaku. We sold 9 potential world-class players, and everybody celebrated. Oh, yes, Marina masterclass. We didn't lose any money. Lukaku is coming literally for free. What is happening today? What is happening? We can't even find a defender. And we went to buy Koulibaly for almost 40 million. Did we need him if we made the right decision? If we manage the team good? You know, I'm not regretting because I always wanted Koulibaly. I'm just trying to make a point here. I don't regret because it's going to open the door for us to have even better players. But I'm trying to make a point here that at some point we don't really need to spend money. There we go. Listen. The narrative is going to be, oh, Broja wanted to leave. What is the reason why he wanted to leave? Because there is no path. There is no trust. There is no good communication between him and the manager. That's why the player want to go and play football. So people just going to go for a shortcut. Oh, because he want to leave. That's what Mourinho said when he sold Salah. When he sold De Bruyne. Okay, when he let Boga go and whatever, we always go to the same copy-paste narrative. Oh, they want to go, let them go. They don't want to play for the team. That is a narrative. That is just a narrative. It's not true. That is just to make us feel good about getting rid of them. But if you tell a young player that, listen, I'm gonna trust you. You're gonna play game. I'm not gonna guarantee you first team every single week, but I'm gonna give you a chance to play real games, not like the league game here and there, and wait 2 more months and then wait for the Carabao Cup here and there. We're gonna rotate, okay? We're gonna have a very good rotation system at Chelsea Football Club. I trust you. I want you to be here, part of the team. How about that? You're going to always blame people because they don't want to be there. No, that is just a narrative. It's not true. All right. I think I'm done, man. I'm done. So disappointed, but there is nothing I can do about it. So, what the point? What a point of wasting my time. Okay, so that's it. Okay, people, so I think it's time for me to wrap up this show. I've been here for almost 3 hours. I have to leave. I'm not happy, but I'm not in charge of making decisions. Let's wait and hope that we can bring better players that can help us win the Champions League, the Premier League, and they're gonna be perfect. They're not gonna need time to develop, because everybody tends to tell us that they are not ready, and we have to buy players who are ready. So I don't want to hear anybody here come and tell me, oh, the new players need time. They need time to develop. Give them time. So they are finished article. We just need them to come and just start performing immediately. No excuses. Anyways, people, it was a pleasure to have you here. On your way out, if you want to help the channel, all you have to do is to hit that like button, and also subscribe to the channel. And come back next time when we are live. And we're gonna give you an opportunity to call, because the link is always there for everybody to call. No exception. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to send a super chat or anything. We read every comment, but sometimes I can't keep up with 1,000 comments at the same time. because I have also to cope with other issues, social media and all that. So if I didn't read your comment, you can understand that I'm just one person walking with 1,000 other people. So it is what it is. Peace.